Oh, hi! Staycation sensation is rocking the nation. Hello, Lexi. So we are back, and we are playing the best Mega Man game that isn't? Is that how you worded it?
That's one way to put it.
Okay, so yeah, there we go. We're playing Mighty Gunvolt Burst. Think of this as the Mighty Number 9 Redemption arc. I have not played it. I've had it on my Switch for I don't know how long, but tonight we're going to fix that. Save data, confirm points. Initi Creates. It's like... So it's kind of like the same thing that happened with Bloodstained. It's like Initi Creates was brought on to do like the spin-off games. And it really feels like they should have just stayed and done all of Mighty Number 9 instead.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, because what was the, what was it, just Mighty Gunvolt? Is that the one that was on the 3DS?
Yeah, it started with Mighty Gunvolt.
Yeah.
And then they just made their own whole thing out of it.
Yep. So, for those of you who have enjoyed Bloodstained and done the whole thing with Curse of the Moon, and what's the new one called that just came out?
They just had Curse of the Moon 2, but
Oh, it's called Curse of the Moon 2.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought it had a different subtitle. Well, shows how much I know. But yeah, that's gonna be rad. Alright, so here we go. We are going to start a new game. And we're gonna go ahead and use Beck because despite everything that has happened with Mighty Number 9, I actually like the premise and I like Beck's character design, so we're gonna go with that. Although I do think it's interesting that they have decided to go ahead and take a high-resolution image of Beck and then totally try to, like, down-sample it to fit with the aesthetic of the game. Oh, the music's chiptune Mighty Number 9.
Yep.
Oh, that's cool. The Mighty Number is a powerful team of robots. So, like, does Gunvolt fight the same people? Or is he fighting, different people?
Yeah, he ends up fighting the same bosses.
Oh, wow, okay.
For the most part.
Don't you mean Mighty Number, give me my goddamn money back? Yeah. Which is more or less what I said when I was fighting the final boss. Yes, Beck was unaffected. Expedited the completion of advanced weapon system he'd been researching for a while. Great dialogue. Oh, VR training. Is Snake gonna be there?
Sadly, no.
Aww. Thanks to that VR training I had on the Discovery. Let's get started. Roger that, Professor. Cool. Rare items. Are these like my super broken upgrades?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Hold on, let me send a retweet out of that. It's gonna be a mighty interesting stream. I see what you did there. That's pretty great. Alright. Customize.
Yeah,
Oh,
so the big gimmick of this one is you can actually change up your regular shot.
Oh my goodness. 24? What does X do? Copy, delete, quick equip? What? That's a lot of guns.
Yep.
Eat your heart out, Borderlands.
But yeah, you can change all sorts of stuff with it, like change how many shots you can have on the screen. You can have this. I think you can have the shots curve.
What? Curve shots?
Either curve or homing, I think. Like there's a lot of different stuff you can do.
Wow. This feels great already. Strawberry. I have a strawberry. It's Pac-Man.
Yeah, there's food pickups you can grab, and you can use them to get health back.
Oh, okay. Strong enemies where you're up close. Personal. It's called a burst, and it's not just for show. Each burst increases your score. Sounds like it's going to be easier to do than what it was in the game. I just got to get close.
Yeah, it's a similar idea. You just have to be close when they die. That's all it is.
Gotcha. As opposed to having to dash through everything.
Yeah.
Which
you don't have to worry about dashing at all at that.
Thank goodness. Ah. Really? There we go. Speaking of dashing, I don't think I have one.
Yeah, I don't think Beck has one. He might be able to get one. I can't remember.
Okay.
Just like with Mighty number 9, I've only finished this as Ray.
Oh. So Ray's in this. That's cool.
Yeah, there's six DLC, 6 or 7 DLC characters.
Is Shantae one of them?
No.
Oh, that's too bad.
It's all characters from Gunvolt, Mighty number 9, or Galgun.
Oh. Okay. What? I don't like that. It looks scary. Oh god. Oh, okay. I guess I don't fight it.
Not yet. It was in the background.
Okay. Is there a way to increase the range of the explosions?
I don't think so for enemy explosions, at least.
Okay. Oh, damn! Well, I wasn't holding up on that. Let's try that again.
Yeah, one nice thing, it's infinite lives, it's just you're scored based on how many times you died.
Oh, okay. There we go.
Superior tech!
Oh, he can't turn around.
Oh.
Peach? Oh, wait, no, I want that. Oh. Pause menu. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. What an odd place to remind me that I can do that. Warning! Oh, it's the thing from the thing. It's the mid-boss from the first stage.
Yep.
Oh, that's cool. Wow, they really, spared no expense in trying to recreate it in a pseudo 8-bit, 16-bit style.
Yep, pretty much. It pretty much is Mighty number 9 if it was actually a retro game.
Right. There we go. Burst. Well, that's cool. This has so much charm and personality, though, for the original. It's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes less really is more. That's odd. I beat this stage, but it seems like I can't move on. Oh, A button. Who's that? I've never seen that guy before. Mighty number 10? Maybe he's one of those GMs, general managers? Game masters. What? It's breaking the fourth wall. My name is Gunvolt, the Azure Striker. Yes. Also known as GV, but I guess in this case you can call me GM. Who's the best general manager? William Regal. The world under the control of the Azure Striker's septimal power? Come now. The game is just getting started. Defeat the bosses and make your way to the world's final destination. So I guess if you're playing Gunvolt, Beck shows up?
Yeah.
Ah, interesting. Okay. So, how's the weather out your way?
About normal, so it's like mid-70s right now.
Okay. It was 39 degrees when I woke up at 7 o'clock today. And I was just like, wow, this is like what the weather was like in Virginia back in the 80s and the 90s. This place is wild. And it didn't get any higher than 53. So it is, unlike yesterday, the thermostat says it is 68 degrees, and I don't feel the need to turn on the air conditioner. So, that's funny. As opposed to last night where it somehow got up to 76 degrees. discovered a problem with the VR training kernel. Oh my god! This entire VR world is under the control of a GM named Gunvolt. Right after I looked for the word exit on the console, I found I couldn't find it anywhere. Oh my god! I have the power to help robots who've lost control, but that power is locked during training. All I have now is my trusty custom shot. I almost said that wrong. The weapon that the professor trusts me is can take many different forms. Oh, okay. CPU up. Raise your CPU maximum CPU. CP up, not CPU. Raise your what is that?
That's basically the currency you use with your shots. Like each attribute uses up a certain amount of CP.
Mm-hmm. A single pixel sticker. You can now use the damage reduction option.
Pretty much pick which one you want. Each time you clear the stage, you can get one of those items.
Okay. Is it like a single use per stage, or is it like perpetual?
Perpetual.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
Alright.
So yeah, so it's like the top row, each time you clear a stage, you can get one of those. The bottom row is stuff you can find in the stage.
Gotcha. A lot of familiar faces here. Oh, wait a minute. You look interesting. Well, I think we'll go with what's, who was the first one? It was the fire guy, right? The oil platform.
I want to say fire.
Yeah. Okay. What? No, customize. Just throwing stuff at me like I didn't. Oh, wait, no, never mind.
Oh, yeah, so you can, like, so I believe you can pick a spot and you can update it.
Gotcha. Spark.
So yeah, like you can pick each one and change up attributes depending on what you found so far.
Gotcha. Okay, what about you?
The first spot's always your default shot.
Oh, okay, gotcha. 2 normal fire crystal spark. Let's try fire. Oh, it already has 3. Okay. Trajectory curved. Bullets ascend as they fly.
You can actually hit the Y button to test it out while you're looking at it too.
Oh!
And you can also hit plus to try it against an enemy.
Oh, so it's like Jeeble. Interesting.
Yeah.
Gee, I wonder where they got that idea from. It's so obvious! Oh, that's cool. I'll mess with this later. I'll just go with vanilla bullets for the moment. Okay, I get that it's like trying to save every single time, but every time it like dims the screen, it looks like I used like an item by mistake.
Yeah.
It's like, no, that's not what happened. Damn, this thing loads fast. Whoa! Am I underwater?
Yeah.
Or am I under oil? Okay, yeah, I guess I was underwater. Whoa. Everything is on fire. Wow. Jerk. Oh, I can sort of like jump up the ladder. Oh, that wasn't a good burst. That's a bomb. Okay, yeah, don't burst those.
I think you didn't quite kill it yet.
Oh. Oh, I can kill it. I thought it was just gonna blow up anyway.
Yeah.
Okay, so there we go. That's good to know. Oh!
Yeah, there it is.
Interesting. Why do my shots do that? That's the thing. Oh, that's cool. I kind of like that. Look at that. Whee! Woo! Oh, ooh. Oh, too much. Oh, weight limit exceeded. How do I use Fruit.
If you pause
Food items. There we go. Such as apples, candy, and etc. Use to restore your character's health. Hey, I will... Oh, okay, so the candy's worth more than the orange? What is that? What message is sending that to the child? That's a melon. Melon.
Yeah, it's like there's a trade-off. You can use them to heal, or if you still have them at the end of the stage, you get more points.
Ah. Oh dear, that's bad. Take your time. Wonder if Craig's played this, because I don't remember whether he ended up liking or disliking Mighty Number 9 or not, but I have a sneaking suspicion that he would love this.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah. LBD Sirius. I got a Sirius XM radio. Sweet. Now I can listen to Howard Stern. I actually... Oh, crap. That was dumb. I'm not proud of this, but I took the long way into work the last day that he was on terrestrial radio because I wanted to be there for that. Boy, it was crazy. And he had George Takei as his announcer for the first week that he was on the air on Sirius. I really wish he could have stayed, because it just like it just brought so much personality to it. Yeah. As if like, I mean, it's starting already, so it's already good, but like you have like George Takei introducing everybody. It's like that's cool. That's funny. Oh, god damn it. Wow. Okay, well, that was cool. Oh, whoops. Some people like grapes. Apparently this game loves grapes. That's what the color combo. Oh.
Oh.
You know when you just press the jump button just a little too late?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh boy, you... Nope, I can't just... You cannot kill fire. Why not? Whoops. Okay. Now these things that I keep going down here for, that's just currency, right?
I think that'll get you... It's either points or health, I can't remember which.
Okay. Really?
Oh.
Okay, so I got it. So I can't jump. Oh, well.
I think you just jumped a little too early.
Okay. Okay. It's okay. It's okay. That's what I get for trying to be fancy just right there. Okay.
Oh, goodness.
What?
I took a look at Twitter and just saw what happened on GeoIn Game Days.
Yeah, they're doing the Mario Challenge tonight.
Yeah,
Really?
Word just reset Johnny again.
Oh my god.
He was on the Bowser fight.
No! For World?
Yeah.
Oh,
so he was right at the end, and now he's going to start over again.
Wordman has an evil streak. And it always seems like he's out to get Johnny, because he did the, he did a lot of, insta-kills in, A Link to the Past.
Yeah.
There, finally. you. Really? Okay, so what am I doing wrong here? It doesn't look like I can just jump over it because I'm not going to have enough upward momentum to get there.
It should be jumping underneath it.
Pixel sticker. Are those like the token collectors?
Yeah, I think each enemy can drop one, and you can also use those stickers for your picture in the corner.
Oh, okay. Well, that's cool. Oh, come on.
Maybe it was normal. I can't remember. A normal jump.
I'm gonna go for it now. Because it just doesn't feel like I'm gonna have enough, like, upward momentum to clear it and avoid the burning part of the water. Water's burning, yeah. So Initi Creates has been like super. Fuck. Whoops, sorry, Brandon.
Watch the
So Initi
language,
Creates has
mister.
been like super busy with like stuff on the Switch. So they've had Azure Gunvolt. They've had Blaster Master 0, 1, and 2.
Yep.
And then they have this, and then Gal Gun, which I actually completely forgot existed until the limited run thing.
Which may be for the best.
Oh,
Considering
it's not great.
It's not that it's not great, it's more the subject matter.
Oh, okay.
Because it's sort of a first-person rail shooter that takes place in a high school.
Oh. Wait, isn't that what Danganronpa is?
Well, that's more like a Phoenix Wright kind of game.
Oh, okay. Apple! Yes. Oh, very subtle. Oh. What? It's there. Okay. Let's try that again. There we go. Oh, that's cruel. I don't have to shoot him, but I want to. Come on, come on. Oh, I'm not going up. Oh, well. Oh, we're already here. Okay. Let's see what happens. Warning! Let's see how much of you has... Oh, my. Oh, gosh. Okay. I think I figured it out. Except for the part where that flaming fist comes out of the side of the wall. I'm like, oh,
Yep.
What was that? Yeah, that. I'm already liking his patterns better than... Whoa! Frog splash. Oh. Oh gosh, that's bad. Okay. Oh, I can't jump through the door. Oh well.
Yeah, I can't do that.
Does this. Okay, there we go.
There you get it.
Yeah, no, I was just like, it's like, why do I keep screwing up with that frog splash? And it's not, you can walk away from it. Oh, crap. Damn it. Yeah, it's like, walk away from the frog splash, then jump, because you're not going to have enough time to do both.
Yeah.
Another thing that just made me remember, they had the, see, I just didn't take my own advice right there. The Zero Collection, because I actually never got a chance to play those on GBA, so that would actually be really cool to check that out. Although everybody has told me that they're really, really hard.
They are kind of tough, especially the original, because they were done with how Extra Lives worked on that one.
Elaborate.
Basically, if you ran out of lives, you'd have to reload your save or actually fail a mission.
Oh, that's not good.
Yeah. They switched it back to normal lives after with the second one.
Well, thank goodness. I just barely made it that time. Damn. Oh, I see it now. Oh, it's very subtle. Like where the little fires are coming out of the wall. Woo!
Hey!
Lucky 13's the number that wins, baby. Mighty number 13. So I like sheets. Do you guys? I can't remember. Do you guys have sheets in Texas?
No.
No? Okay. It's, you know, the penalty. That's all. I died 13 times and I don't care. I'm having a great time. So, no, they are a line of gas stations that their prices tend to be a bit lower than everything else, but their big claim to fame is that they have a made-to-order kitchen. And it's superb. And apparently, Tabitha decided to go take everybody to get stuff at Sheetz, even though I know she doesn't like that place. Evelyn said, hey, Sheetz is now getting into the soda business. And I'm like, really? That's interesting. Because, you know, I'm a soda connoisseur. And she said they have a root beer that tastes like melted Dum-Dums. And I'm thinking, oh, that must be fun. And then I see a post from her in the middle of the night saying, scratch that, it's a bad idea. It acts like a laxative. And I'm like, oh no. There must be a lot of artificial sweetener in there. Because, like, you've heard what happens when you eat too many sugar-free gummy bears, right?
Yeah.
That sounds like the same thing happened to her. So I like, she asked, like, do you want to have a call? And I'm like, I'm about to get ready for the show. And I said, so I guess, like, the Dum-Dums compliment wasn't a compliment. It's like, absolutely not. I'm
Superior
like, oh,
attack.
Fago. Hey, K-Dog. Fago. Yeah, no, like, I actually, you know, they remodeled, they actually closed the one that's over here for 2 months to remodel it. And now that they've remodeled and opened it back up, they actually have expanded their Coca-Cola product line considerably, and they brought back something that I love that I can't seem to find everywhere, Pineapple Fanta. That one is my all-time favorite. Oh my goodness. The closest one that I could find to that was the Pina Colada one, which is pretty common. So, but that was really neat to see that. There is also my favorite Fanta of all time actually came from when I was in Senegal. It was a fruit cocktail, and it was only bottled by the Coca-Cola distributor in Senegal. Like, it was so popular that the neighboring country, Ghana, has like a bootleg version of it. So it's just, you know, and so, like, you know, I go to Africa and I go to Senegal and I have this fruit cocktail Fanta that is just like crack. I love it so much. So when I'm going to the Coca-Cola bottling plant on a school field trip, because like the band like went to nationals and it was held in Georgia that year, in Atlanta. So of course, you know, as a part of the things, like go visit the Coca-Cola bottling plant in Atlanta, Georgia. Go there and they have like Coca-Cola products from across the world. So I'm looking for the Fanta ones and they don't have the fruit cocktail. And they're like, yeah, that one is only made there. I'm sorry. And I'm like, oh, god damn it. So unfortunate. Alright, so I did the oil platform. What was the next one after that?
I don't remember the order anymore.
Oh, the sniper dude. Oh, that was my favorite level in the original. My nationals were always East Rutherford. I don't know what you mean by that. That sounds like a road. Ew, New Jersey. The only good thing about New Jersey is Dylan Toomey. Prove me wrong. Well, let's see here. Oh, MetLife Stadium? Oh, okay.
Okay, it was Waterworks, it looks like.
It is Waterworks? Okay. Customize. Nah, we're fine. We're fine. Sweet. Oh, ice physics. Okay.
Yep.
I remember struggling very much with this one in the original.
Yep.
Yeah, that was the boss fight didn't help that much either. Oh goodness. Grapes! I'll get you this time. There we go. No. Whoa. I am assuming that this is following the traditional Mega Man thing of spikes are instant death.
Yeah.
Okay, good to know. Does fire work underwater? What? How do I... Oh, that's... There's spikes on the ceiling. Somehow I made that first jump and didn't realize it at all, that there are spikes, in fact, on that ceiling. GG. Oh, I just realized his bullets don't go through the walls. Smooth. Aha! Doorbell?
I'm sure what that is. That's not for me.
Watermelon. Ice physics underwater. Figure that one out, because I can't. Oh, I like this. This is fun. Whee! Oh snap, that's actually what you were supposed to do! Come on, come on, come on. Yes! Oh, you can jump up the ladder too. That's even better. That's great. That's terrific. So clearly Initi Creates has had... Oh, that's nice that the item stays after you... Shortcake. Wow. This is getting like Castlevania-ish with its type of foods. Kill those murderers dead. George McFly said you needed the tapes. She says kill those murderers dead. Bloodstained was good. Bloodstained was very good. No, the, I forgot what I was gonna say. Oh well. Oh, yeah. Clearly, Initi Creates has had no problem going on to make more, Mighty Number 9-esque related, how do I weapon? Oh, that's not it! Oh, jeez. That was scary. Oh, do I actually have to, like, do, like, flame shot in here?
Yeah, you have to actually make it in there.
Oh, okay, so, okay, I guess I'm not missing something that much right now, but...
But you can easily, like, make it there and then just equip it.
Gotcha.
You can technically change your weapon on the fly like that.
Okay. Maybe... So I'm using the Hayabusa, to play, and it does a magnificent job, but here's something that is actually so smart that I'm not sure that I like it. When I press the home button by mistake, it actually disabled the turbo because I wasn't in the game anymore.
Oh.
Yeah, it was just like, well... Okay, so actually, let's do that. See, that's actually kind of cool. I figured I'd actually have to, Okay. What's up, Word Man? I heard you, Is it Clay? No. Word Man, I heard you did a horrible thing.
There was a few more horrible things I saw.
So I guess, like, as far as, like, getting, you know, like, enemy robot powers, how does that work? Or do they even do that in this game?
You just get an element, some sort of customized thing from each boss, basically.
Okay, so I would presume that I would go and use the fire thing here against, Super Ice Lady.
Yeah.
Okay. No. Finish. Yes. Yes. Cool. Oh, it doesn't melt him. What am I doing wrong then?
It might not work on that guy. Or on that. One other thing you can do on the customize, if you hit X on a shot, you can set it to quick equip. Or you can turn on quick equip, and then you can just switch between the shots with L and R.
Oh, there we go. Sweet.
So basically like how Mega Man X does it.
Yes. Which, by the way, I playing Mega Man X, you know, like, I for years did not use the button remapping, and that was foolish. Once I changed the dash button from A to R, game changer.
Yeah, see, I've seen people say that, but I also actually usually actively use L and R to switch weapons too.
Right. Well, you know, it's like I'm a. See, like Mega Man 11 was the first one that actually did it, so that I actually like could see the icon and have the color represented at the same time because I'm an idiot. That I never could reliably like fast switch between them in regular gameplay, and that always frustrated me because I always felt that was holding me back. But also, like, I didn't like the fact that I could accidentally like dash by tapping over twice either. You know, it's like I have trouble adapting. Oh crap. But you could still cycle with L and A. I know it's not as easy, but being able to dash quicker like that made the Chill Penguin boss fight so much more quicker, because I could just like go from a flat out like wall jump to a dash in one swift motion now. Okay. Watch the clip. Go ahead and put that under the G1 Game Days clips on the Discord so I can check it out when we're done here. Oh. Alright. Some verticality going on up in here. Oh. Like Mega Man 1.
Yep.
You. I remember you. Oh dear. Smart, smart, clever, clever. Oh, some of them can get through. What? That's awesome. Oh my god, now I actually don't hate this boss anymore. This is so much better. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna cry. Oh, that was awesome! Actually, I think I'm just gonna go back to the regular shots on this just for the speed of things. Hey, look, I only died 4 times so far. That's an improvement. At no point have I felt that this has been beyond anything that I can do. Mighty number 9 just felt like I was just like, yeah. Oh. Actually, you know what?
Yes, they kept it simple.
Yeah, and you know what? Sometimes that's what you need. So, I was doing some digging around after talking about Till Morning Light, yesterday. I still can't figure out what happened with that, and I'm very hesitant to ask the Way Forward guys and say, hey, what happened to that? Because I never got, I was always waiting for it to go on sale, and of course it never did. Like anything that I've ever wanted to play, I've always waited for it to go on sale, and then it gets delisted. Silent Hill Downpour. You know? I really gotta stop doing that. Oh, he can actually destroy those when he shoots them? Well, she, really. Oh my gosh.
You can.
Oh, so close! Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. You were saying?
Oh, I was just saying, yeah, you can.
Hmm.
Just feel like Beck could use a slide.
Yeah! Whoa! I mean, the other part of the thing is that I could just, like, you know, instead of trying to walk off the position, just jump. Because apparently the game doesn't care, you know, about jumping off the ground with ice physics, just walking on the ground with ice physics.
Yeah, most games usually do it like that, so...
Yeah, exactly. You know, that's basically how I got through Super Mario Bros. 3. And then pleasantly surprised. You know, this is before I just knew, like, ice equals slippery, you know, video games, whatever. And then, you know, Super Mario Bros. 3 just kind of, like... just reinforced that, and then Super Mario World comes out, I was like, hey, look at that, the same trick still works. So what's everybody else been up to? How was your Saturday? I slept most of it because, for some reason, there was no cloud coverage in parts unknown today, so when the sun came out at 7, it really, like, came out to play and never went away until, like, afternoon. And I mean, like, literally noon o'clock. So I went back to bed after putzing around all this morning trying to reconnect everything that's in the studio. Oh,
Yeah,
boo.
I probably slept about half it today, and I was taking care of some stuff in Final Fantasy 14 before I hopped over here. And then I saw what happened on the game day.
Right.
Some people might be salty that they didn't finish yet.
Yup.
Oh, that's better. I didn't see that part. Apparently Johnny got cocky and thought no one would donate the $125 to reset him.
Oh my god.
And that was more to reset him.
Never doubt. Never doubt. It can, it will.
It sounds like they wanted to finish and then start playing Fall Guys. Oh god, that's even worse. He had 2 hits left to finish the game.
Oh no.
And I saw him miss at least once during that.
Yeah, I always tend to miss at least one Mecha Koopa.
Yeah. But I think right after that, he gave everyone the ability to rewind for 5 minutes. And then...
Rewind for 5 minutes?
They're doing it through the Switch Online app.
Oh, okay.
So they can just use the save state rewind for 5 minutes when they donate for it.
Mm-hmm.
And then the Zero donated to make everyone except Johnny pause for 5 minutes.
Oh my god. Jimbo, why?
So that was all in the span of like less than 10 minutes with all that happened.
Oh my god.
Oh, and Word made it so Johnny can't warp either.
No! At that point, you just may as well do all 90... What is it, 96 exits? Or something like that?
Oh no, it's when they reset, they have to go all the way back to Mario 1.
Oh,
it's not reset the game.
It's reset your progress. Oh no.
Yeah, it's reset the whole thing.
Good lord. See! Yeah, right. You're being way too nice.
Yeah, looking at it now, well, Johnny's already halfway through World 7 again.
Right.
In Mario 1. I see... I think the baser's right at the end of 2. Jimbo's on World 8 of 3. I think Shiro's at the end of World 1 for 2? I might be wrong on that.
Watermelon.
Yeah, that's true. That was the 4th reset for Johnny so far.
Yeah, he's had the screws put to him.
Yeah.
A bunch.
I don't remember if what happened with Robe the one time he was on.
Oh, they haven't been using the same people?
Well, it's usually been the same people, but I think one of them had to step out for one round, 1 week, so Robe stepped in.
Oh, okay, because I know he was the announcer.
Yeah.
At one point.
Okay, Robe was reset once.
Okay. Peach.
I know he got. It sounded like he got stuck on World 8 of Mario 1 for a long time.
Oh no. Yeah, World 8 is brutal.
Yeah.
8-3 is the stuff of childhood nightmares for me. Because, you've got the long, imposing wall, but then you've also got, all the Hammer Brothers, and, conventional logic these days would tell you, oh, just rush it, Because if you go fast, you don't give them a chance to do the thing. And my my little 5-year-old brain's like, no, they're scary. Wait for the gap. Like, no, just run. Just run. It's you'll be able to do it, trust me. Are you okay?
Oh, okay, that's what it was. Robe filled in for Shiro starting where he was, and Kevin immediately reset him.
That is brutal. Tried doing all that with crowd control. Good God. Is there crowd control for Mario Brothers?
I don't remember, but I can look it up.
Yeah, that would be interesting.
Games. All of them except Mario 1.
Interesting.
Yeah, 2, 3, and World all have it.
What kind of, like, insta-deaths and invert controls and stuff like that?
Let's see, because there's a guide. Oh, no, never mind. That's just telling how to set it up. I've messed with it.
Really? If you could actually move while you were hanging, that would be nice. But I get what they're trying to do. They're trying to Darkwing Duck it.
Yeah.
Which I understand. I'm just saying it would have been nice if you could just, dang it, do a hand over hand while you're hanging. The base would just beat Mario 2. Man, I really liked Mario 2. Liked Mario 2 and Zelda 2 a lot. Just because they were so radically different from what came before it. There, finally. Oh, that's a spike. Tisk, tisk, tisk.
Oh, Lord. They recently added Tony Hawk 2 for crowd control.
Wait. Which version of Tony Hawk 2?
PS1 version.
Okay. I was gonna say it was...
Looks like I can't look it up because you have to either be an affiliate or partner, or you have to be pledge on their Patreon a certain amount.
Gotcha.
But I can look at the stuff for Toe Jam and Earl, or I don't know what this other game is.
Good lord, Toe Jam and like, okay, so like I've been playing the remake with Evelyn, and man, like I can't imagine people back in the day like having enough patience to play that as it is, let alone have a version of crowd control enabled for it. That's just bonkers.
Acer finished 2, he's now on World. Did he skip to World, or did he already do 3 from a swap?
Swappy swappy.
Because I know they can have them swap games. What I can see, the list of stuff you can use it with: Castlevania 1, Castlevania Symphony of the Night.
Oh gosh, Symphony?
Yep. Dark
Wow.
Souls 1, Dark Souls 3, Duck Hunt, Fall Guys,
Oh no.
Kirby Superstar, Mega Man 2, 3, 4, and 8, Mega Man X1, Minecraft, Pokemon Red and Blue, SimCity on the NES, or Super NES, Spelunky.
Oh no! SimCity on the Super Nintendo. That sounds demented.
Mario 64, Mario 64 Randomizer, Mario 2 and 3, Mario RPG. Oh, Jimbo just finished Mario 3. Nice.
Jimbo, he's Jimbo.
What else? Mario World, Yoshi's Island, Super Metroid, Terraria, Skyrim Special Edition.
Oh gosh.
Zelda 1 or 2, Toe Jam and Earl on the Genesis, Tony Hawk 2, Link to the Past Randomizer, and Ocarina of Time Randomizer. A decent amount of stuff.
What? He just created a duplicate of me? I'm so confused. What just happened there?
Yeah, I think he's able to do that.
Okay. This thing. What annoys me. Ha! Not today. Record. Playback. Really? I hate that thing. There's no defense against it. You made a time remnant? What's up, Assistant Nightmare? Time paradox. Oh, DK's here. What's up, Derek?
Oh man,
Derek.
it's actually getting interesting.
Oh, damn it.
Okay, apparently Shiro beat Mario 2, so now 3 of them are playing World. And Johnny's still on World 8.
He's gone ahead and done warp skipping. I mean, I guess that's the only way that he could do that.
I think Johnny's just going that quickly.
Oh, okay.
I think they've taken a pause on doing anything to him.
Oh, what? Now he can duplicate himself, too? The heck am I supposed to do that? It's going! It's going! Playing the best Mega Man game that isn't. I mean, if there's one thing that's great about this is like how freaking fast everything goes. Like you lose a life and you're back into it like in like 5 seconds. No, you keep that thing away from me. Your R-type option, or whatever the heck it is. What is that thing called in R-type anyway?
In R-type, it's a force.
A force.
A force unit.
Force unit. Gotcha. No. Now he's getting up all of my grill. Stop it. Ah, damn it. Oh, please. Come on. No. Not like this. Damn it.
So close.
So close. Mario's just really good at Mario. Mario's really good at Mario. More like Johnny's really good at Mario. Well, that's good. Maybe he and I can have a race to the finish.
He might want to break after all this.
Well, no, of course. I wouldn't want to do it like now. That would just be like, hey, you know, now that you've been playing this for how long? It's like, no. Settle down. Give it like 6 months to a year or something like that.
That's when you go, okay, let's do the All-Stars version.
Oh, see, that's what I would be doing because that's the version I would want to play. Because I played that version the most, and that's actually what I beat the lost levels on.
Yeah. Well, that's a better way to go anyway, because it's easier to unlock the later levels.
Right.
Instead of having to play through it 8 times in one sitting.
Yes!
There you go.
Well, no, when I found out that you had to get to level 9 by not warping, I was like, good lord, you know, even as a kid, and when I did it, I was just like, yes! Using gratuitous amounts of the save function. Remember getting that I got my copy of Super Mario All-Stars from Funko Land.
Yeah.
And I definitely remember the clerk gatekeeping, asking me specifically why I wanted that version. I'm like, you know what? Looking back on it, you know, that's not okay. It's like, I shouldn't have to explain myself. Alright, let's see here. Oh, yeah, highway, definitely. Actually, let's do some more. Let's... Crystal. Bullet type. Crystal. Drill? There's a drill?
I think drill's what you just got from that boss.
Gotcha. Yes. Okay. Speed. Initial speed, mid-air speed.
Yeah, it's like how quickly it shoots out the gun, and then how fast it while it's moving.
Large. Yeah, I don't have a lot of money. Dousing? Okay. Let's test it. Hey, look at that! Okay, that's cool.
Oh, DK says he hasn't heard of this. I think that's what he said.
Oh, you haven't heard of this, to be honest? It is Mighty Gunvolt Burst, and it's for the Switch. Yes. Okay. Finish! Because all the... Okay. Yes, I would like to equip it now. Is this... Yes, it's... Yes, and sometimes the clone is better than the original. Mighty Spark! Okay, let's do some... Let's see here. It's a method of fire. Single fire. Oh, that's cool. I like that. Neat. Okay, that's cool. That's gonna be useful. When is the playthrough going? I actually, you know what? I should. I've been going from 2019 backwards. Maybe I should just jump to 2016 so I can go and throw Mighty Number 9 up on there, just so you all can watch me rage out again and demand my money back. It's the only Kickstarter I've ever felt hollow about backing. And you know what's really funny? There was this one party brawler that I swear up and down I thought I backed on Fig called Bounty Battle. And it's basically like a indie Smash Brothers, where like Juan from Guacamelee and the Knight from Darkest Dungeon and all of these guys are in there together. And apparently it came out last week. And I thought I pledged at least $150 because I remember I want the tier with the art book because I'm an idiot and I have to have those things, you know. And and I get and I check my emails and I check my Fig account and I check everything and it's like there's nothing there. And then I see it in motion and I'm like, oh no. You know, like those games that are like, they almost look like they're Flash animated.
Yeah.
And they look like they're like the body parts are like layered over a static image and then they're just manipulating the body parts for the movement rather than actually having it rigged with like some polygons or something like that. That's what Bounty Battle looks like, and I'm like, oh, maybe I dodged a bullet. which is really unfortunate because I wanted to be able to play as Juan. I really did.
Yeah.
I really, really, really like Guacamelee. I really, really do. I have all of these already? How is that possible? I haven't beaten all these bosses yet.
Well, some of them are just regular pickups as well.
Oh. You know what? This is probably would have allowed me to open that ice block. It's probably this drill bit. Alright. Yeah, no, I actually, because of, like, trying to get the internet set up around here, it is just, like, I actually haven't done anything on the archive channel in a week, which is fine because I've always got 2 weeks worth of content for Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday. Oh, whoops, I still have the drills equipped. Just kidding. There we go. But it's like I need to go through a couple of one-offs to make up for last week and the first part of this week. Well, I mean, like, we kind of caught up, so I guess we'll be fine there. Again, I thank you from the bottom of my heart. This Staycation sensation has worked out like way better than I ever would have thought in terms of programming, and I've had an absolute. I need rush. Oh no, there's platforms. Never mind. That was my first instinct. Call rush jump. But yeah, no, I got to do some work on the archive channel tomorrow, and then readjust my resume and see if I can't get this call center job and work from home. Because I would at this point in my life, my body is failing. My knees are gone. I'm getting old. Just take me out back behind the shed and just get it over with. But no, it's like I can't be a retail manager anymore. My knees are just gone. And there are going to be points where they're going to say, we need you to go out and do the thing. And I'm like, I won't be able to. I physically won't be able to do the thing. So. But what I can tell you all is thank you for your continued subscriptions and bits and all that fun stuff. I did manage to hit the payout threshold, and I actually was able to successfully pay the internet bill. So here we are, good for another 30 days. So thank you all for that, as I missed this platform again. Effing same, my god, might randomly just... Okay, Derek, like, real talk, I think my warranty expired 10 years ago, and you know, like, when somebody, like, buys a car and then they just don't do any maintenance for, like, the first, like, 75,000 miles because nothing's wrong, and then everything starts going wrong. You know, it's just like, hey, hi, how are you doing? And I'm like, I'm really glad that I've, like, grown the F up, and, like, again, I'll say it again, like, I could have bought a Toyota Corolla and never have to worry about anything for the rest of my life. But no, I wanted to buy American, and it just so happened that I got the good version of the Chevy Cavalier and drove that car for 15 years and 150,000 miles before the frame rusted out and it wouldn't pass state inspection anymore. thank God I actually worked in an auto garage during that interim period. So that way I know I can take care of my Chevy Cruze, and it'll probably outlast me. Because, like, you know, when I worked in that garage, that's what destroyed my knees. Because apparently I have a, there's a knee problem on my mother's side of the family, and my general practitioner said, I don't want to alarm you, but, like, you working in that garage totally, like, destroyed all the cartilage in your knees. And I'm like, yeah, I figured that's what happened. Well, basically you're having the same problems that your mom's having leading up to her knee surgery, but for you it's happening 30 years early. And I'm like, oh, that's bad. Yeah, I'd like a refund too, dag nabbit. Okay, like, seriously, like, shout out to anybody. Oh, what the F? Are you serious? There's secret rooms in this game?
Yeah.
I want it. I want it. Hold on. I can do this. Where's Proto Man? Is he gonna give me the energy balancer? His one appearance in Mega Man 6. Here, have the energy balancer. Oh, now we're on the moving highway.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's like, I mean, I don't know if this will come up on microphone, but if I go and lift both of my arms... I don't know if that went through the microphone, but everything just went snap, crackle, pop, Rice Krispies.
I think I heard one pop on my end.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, if you can hear it, then that means they heard it back on stream, too. So it's just like, you know, it's just like, I wasn't doing that 10 years ago. This sucks. This sucks and I hate it. You know, and this is just now. What's it going to be like 30 years from now? You know, it's like, I'm going to be sitting here playing Mighty Gunvolt Burst, you know, on the umpteenth of its anniversary, and then I'll be like, I don't want to get to the point where I'm going to be one of those rascal scooters. No, just take me out back and just finish me. I don't want it. If I can't drive my car, you know, that's going to be a problem. Because I love my car. Ugh. Well, this is already, like, way better than the actual stage from Mighty Number 9. Is that pizza? I need it.
Yeah, you had to actually get the highway.
Yes! You gotta... Yes! Pizza! How about I not walk into every exploding projectile? Oh, okay. There we go. Hey, I just realized I haven't died yet. In before tragic demise. Woo! But no, as I was about to say before I got horribly distracted by secret areas, shout out to any of those pixel artists that are making games, you know, in 2D in 2020. Like, oh, we're already at the boss, Jesus. Okay. Yep, I figured that's what you're gonna do. Okay. Oh, I wasn't figuring about that, never mind. Tom can get slippy robot legs? Yes, it'll be like Stairfax. That'll be fun. Yeah, no, anybody who's making 2D pixel art games in 2020, thank you for doing that. See, I thought one was gonna go low and the other was gonna go high, but they both went low. Okay, there we go. Okay, and then... Okay, oh, they always go low. Okay. And then... Ha-ha! Look at that. That's terrific. Oh, not that part. Oh! Oh, there's a delay on that here. Don't forget I have... Oh, yeah, I have, what's the thing on this one? Let's try drill bits. I don't know. I always like the you know what? Okay, so let's talk about Mega Man for a second as I interrupt myself again, trying to praise 2D pixel artists for the 13th time in the last 5 minutes. I didn't know that you could actually detonate the drill bombs in Mega Man 5. Like, I thought they just exploded on impact always, but you can detonate them. So imagine my absolute surprise that is what you're supposed to use against the Wily Machine Form 2. And I was like, well, they keep, like, you know, hitting and not doing the thing. And it was like, well, it's because you're supposed to detonate them before they hit. And I'm like, you know, I mean, as cheesy as the little tutorials for the weapons in Mega Man 7 and 8 are over-explaining everything, at least they let you know what the thing can do. Like,
Yeah.
1 through 6 didn't do that. It's like, you got the thing. Okay, that's cool. What does the thing do? Well, go figure it out on your own.
Yep.
You know, and then don't use the Gemini laser indoors because it'll cause ridiculous slowdown. Well, unless if you play the Anniversary Collection, then they kind of fix that.
To test that on the Legacy Collection.
What, the Gemini laser?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I was actually surprised. They actually have a menu setting for screen flicker, and if you turn that off, the slowdown for the Gemini laser actually is gone. It's like, it's almost unsettling to see that laser bouncing around the room at 60 frames per second, because I spent my entire life knowing it never could. You know, it's just... It's like, what if somebody came along and said, it doesn't have to be that way? Because that's basically what it was. Because that was like my favorite weapon in Mega Man 3, and I barely got to use it because of that. Just like, if you miss, you're in Slowsville for like the next 30 seconds while that thing's bouncing off the walls.
Yep.
Ah, I keep jumping too soon. Oh. There we go. Oh, pissed. Hey, Vinny, did you happen to see the video that I sent Chomps? There's a VTuber just for him.
Oh boy.
And she speaks the Englishes. How did I miss that in the first whatever? Boo! Come on. Oh, this is awkward. Okay. Oh no, what the hell was that? Hi, I'm just gonna jump in the sky and start throwing helicopters at you. Guargara, yes. Shark! Shark! She's great. Also, the Sherlock Holmes girl is pretty good too. My unrefined VTuber palette, you know. Although I do want to know, it's like, is there like a rule that like HoloLive says like all HoloLive stars must play the same games? Because they all seem to be doing the same thing, just like 3 months apart from each other. Oh, I did it too soon. Oh, damn it. Although Pika-Me has been playing Super Mario Galaxy.
Mm-hmm.
And sharing some stories about like when she was playing it, and like she'd be like embarrassed playing it around her mother on the B stage for some reason. And I was just like, what? Oh, that was bad. Too soon. Bees? Yeah, exactly. Bees! Oh, I could jump through that. That's cool. Wait, wasn't there isn't there a Falcom game called Brandish?
Yeah.
Yeah, for the Super Famicom, and I know there was one on the PSP, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm still salty about my Vita memory card kicking the bucket like that. I can't believe it. Oh well. Maybe I'll just get like it's like all the games that I wanted to play on the PS TV are like either getting re-released somewhere else or something, you know. It's just like, or I can just hope for it. But whatever. All I really need to do is get that running again for portable ops. It's really the big one. Wow. Okay, so I just got to keep going left, right, left, right.
Yep.
Oh, the first one will go upwards? That's interesting. Kind of like Galaxy Man.
Yep.
There we go. Oh no, the fire hurts! Yeah, fire hurts, who would have thought? Newsflash, fire hurts. Fire! Fire bad! No, fire good! Come on.
Man.
Come on. No!
Maybe time to use recruit.
Oh my god, Johnny just beat Mario 1. Good. Metal Gear Mondays when? You know what? As soon as I get the, I actually think we'll be able to finish that sooner than Fallout Monday. So, let's do that. Once I get the PlayStation TV fixed, so we can play portable ops, then we could probably do that, because that's about 5 years overdue. That, and I never finished Metal Gear Solid 5, because if I do, then there'll be no more Metal Gears. Unless if you can't survive. Yeah, there we go. We are on the same page with that one. Oh, he just threw the helicopter right at me. I mean, like, here's the thing. I can, like, there are not many games in this world that I can speedrun. Twin Snakes is one of those games. So, like, I could run that, but then we would miss out on the hilarious dialogue from Christopher Randolph as Otacon, so we can't miss that, you know? So that it might take a couple episodes only for story and dialogue purposes. So... Also, I haven't played Metal Gear Solid 4 in literally years. Probably close to 10 years at this point, which is really too bad.
I've only played through it the one time.
Like, I haven't played it since I got the solid-state drive installed on the PlayStation 3 that was specifically there to alleviate the load times between Warzone sections. Which I have tested it, and it does work. It's a simple fade in, fade out, just like every other Metal Gear game. There's no loading. Please wait. The only downside is you don't get to see Snake smoke that cigarette in real time anymore.
Well.
This is a no smoking zone, so I guess it's okay. If this is the sacrifice we have to make. Really? How am I supposed to avoid that?
Oh no, now I remember. Yeah, I hadn't played it since, because I think it was the trophy patch. I had to start over from that.
Oh yeah, yeah. Any existing save data that you have won't go to any of the trophies, and I was like, well, that's annoying.
And yeah, the last time I played it was like right after I beat it for the first time.
Right. Yeah, one of the best moments that came out of that was actually when I was still at GameStop, and I was trying to do a no-kill on my first run, and I was explaining how much trouble I was having with Laughing Octopus, and Tim just like looked at me, and I had a metal clipboard in my hand, and he just smacked it out of my hands and said, "Stop that! Enjoy your first playthrough." It was just so unexpected but funny, and Tim's a good dude. Tim's a real good dude. I'm glad to have known him for all of these years. I can't believe him and Alex and Matt Freeze and all those guys followed me to the Leesburg store when I got transferred.
Yep.
That's loyalty. How can I shoot the debris? No.
I don't remember.
I think I asked about the marathon in 17, so 3 years, not 5. Well, I guess. It's still overdue. And I think at this point, since, like, you know, like, I don't think anybody's going to be surprised that Big Boss is Solid Snake's father, so I guess we can do them in chronological order and enjoy it that way.
And consider what would have been if they had remade Metal Gear 1.
Right. Like, so that's the thing that just really surprised me is that those kids did that homemade project. They're reimagining of Metal Gear 1, and they even got David Hayter on board, and Konami gave them their blessing, and then they changed their mind. And I'm like, is this because of that new president that screwed everything up? You know, is it all his fault? Probably, maybe, I don't know.
I'm trying to remember the timing, because I wonder if they really were gonna just, you know, remake Metal Gear 1 themselves, given what happens in 5.
Right, exactly, and that's exactly what I was thinking of. That the timing for that would have been perfect. Food.
Yeah.
Food. Cheesecake, yes. So, you know, because the very first screenshots of what would go on to be Metal Gear Solid 5, they looked like placeholders for Outer Heaven, you know, with some guy in green army fatigues sneaking up on a truck of some kind going up a hill. I can see the picture in my mind's eye. I'm just not having the best of time of being able to recall it.
Yeah.
But yeah, just maybe that's what it was. Because I keep citing this example because of how true it was. Like when people were working on that real-time strategy total conversion for Command & Conquer Generals for the Halo universe, and they called it Halogen. And then, like, Microsoft sent a cease and desist for that, and then 6 months later, Halo Wars was announced.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's just like, it was probably in the works already. Or maybe somebody internally at Konami said, hey, let's do that. Because it would have been kind of like, imagine if, like, they never... What if the cream rose to the top? And other people within Kojima Productions actually, like, said, hey, I can do that. You know? You know, and then, they could have gone ahead and remade the entire franchise and, in the Fox engine, and now we'll never get that. God damn it.
I'd figure they probably would have remade Metal Gear 1 and 2 at that point next.
Right.
Because honestly, where else could you go at that point?
Yeah, no, and that's where I figured that game in particular would benefit the most from a ground-up remake. Because, like, the basic premise of it is sound as the days are long.
I was about to say something, but I would have spoiled something else saying it.
Yeah! Gyro Man!
Because it does bring up a really good question, but I can't say it.
Message it to me on Discord.
Oh, no, like, even for you, I can't say it yet. Not for a long while.
Oh, okay.
Not for a very long while.
Gotcha. You literally shoot swords.
Yep.
That's great. It's like freaking, Gauntlet. Speaking of which, new Gauntlet. Like, they have the one on PC right now, and they haven't ported that to consoles yet. I mean, like, what the hell is that all about?
Yeah.
That just seems a little silly to me. Also, Gauntlet 7 Sorrows is, whoa! Is that a laser? What is that? That's interesting. Oh, yeah, so, pixel artists, thank you for making those games and in 2020, you know, like going back to like Shovel Knight, yeah, revisiting a threaded topic from like 20 minutes ago, because I can't seem to stay focused about anything. You know, it's like these large sprite-based robot monster things, and they've got so many frames of animation to them, and they just look wonderful. So, thank you to everybody who still does that. I know it's so easy to go ahead and not do that. Like these giant robot guys right here. This is great. Look at him. Now he's dead. But, I mean, it's like, I appreciate the effort that went into them. Shovel Knight was another great example. Those guys at Yacht Club Games. Oh, that was a bad jump. What does getting the food do if you save it? I believe Elle says you get extra points for it.
There is a ranking at the end. The more, if you don't use the food, you get more points out of it. But ranking is only for like the challenges. Since it's Switch version, it's not as big a deal.
Yeah. Is this also on PC?
It's on Steam and it's on PS4.
Okay.
Which I think for those versions there is an achievement or trophy to do all the challenges.
Ah. Oh man, with a conveyor belt, you just walk right into. Oh, well, except for now that they're going the other direction. Jeez.
Yeah. So
another topic of discussion that was from over a half an hour ago at this point. So Initi Creates has had no problems continuing to make products with Beck in them. What happened? What happened to the company that Inafune had founded Concept? What have they been doing? Or are they dead?
I know they got absorbed into level 5 in some capacity, like level 5.
Level 5? Really?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Well, there's a plot. That's a plot twist I never saw coming.
Yeah, I want to say they made a mobile game recently in Japan. I know they had that other Kickstarter that they tried to do with a Red Ash.
Oh, yeah.
That was the Legends successor, sort of. Which the game failed, but the anime succeeded.
Take that for what it's worth, question mark?
Let's...
Pac-Man rules, okay. Yeah, exactly. No joke, that's what I was thinking. Because, Deep Silver, didn't they publish Mighty No. 9?
Yeah, that's right, they helped with Precore.
I thought that was Armature Studios.
It mostly was, but they helped with it in some manner. Oh, it might have been co-developed, maybe. Oh yeah, Inafune had the concept for it.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, they had a mobile game called Dragons and Colonies that they launched in mid-2019, and it got shut down in February.
Oh, that's not good. Hey Tom, hey what, Vinny? Man,
apparently, they actually did get funding for the Red Ash game somewhere else, but who knows if that's going to actually come out.
Right. What? He calls in reinforcements?
Oh, okay, and one of the two places of operations was closed down as well.
Well, this is going well.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot he does this. You just walk right under the Gatling gun. That's a good idea. 5.7 millimeter at 5,000 rounds a sec. It costs $1.2 million to fire this weapon for 12 seconds. Not really. I forgot what the line is. I haven't seen Meet the Heavy in like forever.
I've never actually watched any of those shorts.
Oh my goodness, they're so funny. My favorite one of all time is Meet the Spy, though. And there was a rumor going on for a long time that was propagated and perpetuated by John Patrick Lowry and Ellen McLean. They had done pretty much everybody in the cast with the exception of Meet the Pyro. And at MagFest 2016, 17, I can't remember which. Well, that's bad. You love Meet the Pyro? Aren't you glad this is better than nothing? Yes. This is definitely better. Yeah, that's a good one, Vinny. Now, John Patrick and Ellen said they had seen Meet the Pyro and they thought it was the best one out of all of them. Now, whether they were just trolling or not, I don't know, but it was just like the thing. It was the holy grail of everything that everybody was like, oh, they want to see it, and then you have the grandma and grandpa of MagFest saying that they've seen it, you know? It was just like, nah. I got it this time. Crap! Says he's got it this time, gets hit. Oh man, that drill bit goes out. Stop it! Just keep it together, god damn it. Avoid the big shot. Oh, fruit.
Yeah, use your fruit. We're not worried about ranking.
No, we are not. There we go. But yeah, no, like, Meet the Spy is so funny because they there's a spy in the base, and it's like, you know, and one of the other teammates is dead, so the actual spy for their team drags in the body of their comrade, and it's like, he could be anywhere, he could be you, he could be, what, are you a member of his fan club? No, that would be your mother! And the spy throws on these pictures of him spying on the other spy banging the scout's mom. It was just, it's so funny. It's great. It's great. It's really, Meet the Spy is my favorite, far and away. But like when they first introduced like all of these things with like Meet the Heavy, Meet the Medic, you know, just like it was a testament to like, you know, what source filmmaker would go on to be today. But this was back in like 2007 or something like that when TF2 got first revealed. It was crazy. In fact, I still have the original TF2 video that was released on Xbox Live on my 360 because I liked it so much because of this light, airy, funny song that plays when it cuts to Meet the Soldier. Because before they had like any of those short films where they had like gave the characters personality, they would just like Meet the Spy. He can put on he can cloak and he can stab people, you know. But then they go to Meet the Soldier, and it's all them just rocket jumping with this lighthearted music playing in the background, and it was just really, really funny. I love instead of a main menu, they have give up. Yeah. Alright, you know what? It's been way over. Let's run a commercial real quick. And then move on to the mines. Oh, we almost... Oh, we'll save Counter Shade. Is that what the dude's name is?
Yeah.
We'll save him for last because that was my favorite one out of the originals.
Oh yeah, they changed that stage up a lot too for this one.
Oh, did they really? Oh, look at this. We got some interesting lighting going on in the background right there. That's cool. Oh, those break.
All the little things.
Mm-hmm. Peach? Oh, whoops. Boo.
Over there real quick.
Oh, okay, so I'm gonna go and use No. No. Yeah. What? Nothing! Nothing!
Might be a different element, I can't remember.
I figured it would have been the drill bit, if anything. Hello. Oh, I see what's going on here. That's cool. Electricity follows the path of an electrical circuit. Science! This game is flippin' excellent. This was a great idea. Oh. In time in memoriam in Mega Man, which way do you go? It's apparently the 2nd anniversary of the Bowsette meme. When I thought I knew the internet. I really thought I knew the internet. But apparently I didn't.
And it's only gotten weirder somehow.
It really has. It's like, you know, when I get what was that when Horny on Main became mainstream? Was Bowsette what really finally pushed it over the edge?
Not sure.
It's a difficult question with a difficult answer. I don't know if anybody really wants to answer that. What? What just happened? That was weird. Oh god. Oh, this is bad. Oh
Yep.
no. Oh no.
Okay, so looking at the game day, I see Johnny's on Super Mario 2.
Okay. Pizza.
Jimbo, I think, is at Lemmy's Castle.
Oh, okay.
The first one where it's the pipes with the fake Koopas in it.
Yeah, those were actually my favorite levels.
Yeah.
Because, like, when I first saw it in the commercial for the game, I was like, what? There's 3 of them? Like, no, there's a decoy. Da-da-da!
Shiro's doing a Switch Palace right now. Green Switch Palace, it looks like.
Oh, we get the Cape Feather. What's up, Retrofire?
Everyone but Johnny can't warp. Oh boy. So someone flipped it back around.
Oh, I get it. This is supposed to be like the Karibo shoe. Come on.
It's more like a Starman.
Well, I was thinking about, like, I'm sorry, you're absolutely right, because the level that I'm thinking you're supposed to do that, there are no Karibo shoes, it's just Starmans, and you just keep going.
Yep.
That's candy, and I want it.
No, I wouldn't worry about it.
Okay. Uh-oh. Okay, whew, that was close. Well, that was exciting. Just trying to get a new job in retail work. I can definitely tell you, that it's funny, if you were here maybe like a half an hour ago when I was talking about how I can't really do retail jobs anymore because of I'm old and I'm broken and my parts are falling apart, you know? But hopefully you're a fair bit younger than me and took better care of yourself and don't have any congenital health problems, then you can do that. I definitely can say the one that I always wanted to try to work for, and I'm glad that I never did, was Best Buy. You know, just like being surrounded by the stuff that you want to do, right? You know, that seems like a good idea. Well, that's basically what I ended up getting to do the GameStop, and then, you know, it's not so good to talk about him now, but, like, Jared was freaking right when he did name tags, you know, it's like, it's being surrounded by what you want, and then you don't get to do what you want while you're there, and then sometimes the last thing you want to do is play a video game when you get home, you know? It's just like, I'm trying to, like, I really thought, and it's just too bad that my body gave out on it, but working in the mechanics garage, I seriously could have done that for the rest of my life. You know? It was repetitive, but had enough variety injected into it that it never got boring. But, you know, I will definitely say Hondas, Toyotas, and Chevrolets were my favorite to work on because they were all easy to work on because they weren't made by people that weren't thinking about the long term. I could do just about anything to all those. I hate Korean cars. They are junk. I'm sorry. They're just not good. And I don't like working on European cars because they're over-engineered to bejesus and back. And it's just hard to get anything done, you know? But, like, it was, like, you go ahead and you work on a BMW for, like, an hour, and you're hoping your next car is like a Toyota Corolla. You know, it's just a little bit of a break, you know? It's just like, give me a break! You know, I played Dark Souls all day. Let me play Shantae, you know? It's just something like that.
Yeah.
I completed a challenge. Oh boy, let's do them all. Not really.
I would not mess with those.
No! Alright, power plant. Here we go. Woo!
I think I had almost finished all the challenges on the Switch version. I had like 4 left.
What do they consist of?
Depends on the challenge, but there's like beat the game as Beck, beat it as Gunvolt. Let me see if I can remember where to look that up. That's the wrong thing. Okay, beat the opening stage, beat all the bosses, beat all the main mighty numbers. Clear the game as each major main character. Beat the game in an hour.
Oh, that's not happening. I'm just being real.
Get a burst on main boss. Or get a burst on boss.
Oh, you can burst on bosses in this?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Beat each boss with their weakness. Clear a stage without getting hit. Clear a stage with an S rank. Clear a stage with first combos at 10, 30, and 50 or higher.
Welcome to the list of things that Tom can't do without a lot of practice.
Clear a stage without bursting at all.
Oh, that'll be easy. Oh, maybe that's probably what I did in the last level. That's funny.
Clear a stage using certain amounts of CP, like 1500, 2000, 4000, and 6000.
I've been at like 950 for like forever.
Yeah, the base shot's always 950.
Oh, okay.
Clear all stages with the basic weapon. There's certain conditions for each stage you have to clear, but I can't remember what they were anymore.
Ooh, this is cool.
Yep. Beat the final stage in 10 minutes or less. And then there's one that I still don't know what the challenge actually is.
It's a mystery. So, so far trying Vons and Winco. Hey, is Winco a warehouse-style grocery store? Or is that like... Or is that something else? Because I went to a Winco in Texas, I think it was for SGC 2015, where Shelby and I basically did all of our room grocery shopping at a Winco. And it was amazing. I wish they had them back east, and they don't, and that made me sad. It's like, what is Winco? It's basically like a Costco without a membership, and it's employee owned and operated. So, like, if you screw up, everybody's gonna be mad at you. Ice cream! I got ice cream. Food store, mom work. Okay, so yeah, we are talking about the same thing. I love Winco. And they actually had something that I really haven't seen in the grocery stores around here since the 80s. Being able to buy food by the pound. You know, like dried apricots and cherries and stuff like that. You know, that just go up to a big old barrel. How am I supposed to defuse that? These little zombie guys.
I can't remember. Okay, apparently the 2 challenges that I didn't know about was clear the game on hard mode, and there's a mini game during the credits. You have to get 1,000 points.
Gotcha. Dude, Buc-ee's was awesome. I love Buc-ee's. That was the best part about driving back from Austin, was going to Buc-ee's. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and just like switch through all my powers here and see if there's something. Oh man, you just got to get right up on it.
There we go.
Oh, interesting. So, Yeah, no, Winco looks like a good place to work. What I'm trying to do, Retro, is trying to not get a retail job. I'm trying to actually, if you go to Indeed.com, which has been like my second home on the internet as of late. The first one is the Discord. The site has a listing of jobs that you can work from home for, in addition to, you know, your traditional retail or warehouse jobs. Now, there's actually a powdered metal plant that is like a mile from the house, so I might actually end up working there. I'll have to see what kind of, you know, job requirements they have. It sounds like machining and manufacturing, so it doesn't sound like it's going to be that physically demanding for me, but I could be wrong. But we'll see. I mean, this is, you know, not giving away the location, but this is blue collar country, man. Everybody works for a living. No, Sheets is not the same as Bucky's, not by a long shot. Sheets is nice, but it's not the same. Oh, that's annoying. Lollipop, lollipop. Oh, if I burst on those guys, then they don't leave any spiky traps. That's kind of nice. Oh, man. Oh, that's a pit. Oh, no. That's bad. Surprise. I know I was. I also do appreciate they have health bars over the enemies. That's actually kind of that's a nice touch.
Yeah, that's always nice. You know what else has health bars that I learned about? Apparently the new Call of Duty. In the multiplayer.
No kidding.
Yeah. Because my brother's been playing that. And yeah, enemies have health bars in the multiplayer.
Wow, that's actually... Man! So that way you can really find out how much the opponent had while you're waiting on respawn or something like that.
Yeah, it's something you don't think about, but it's nice to see it.
Yeah, you love to see it. Oh, we're already there. Look at that. No, it's like, that's crazy. That's actually really cool. And then people will still complain that the Barrett 50 cal didn't kill them in one hit. Oh! Ooh, getting tricky. Whoa, phase two. She's getting mean. She's getting mean.
Don't forget your food.
Yeah, no, I think I got... Oh, no. What? What is going on? Siri, no. No. Stop. I don't know what I did to cause her to activate. That was really weird. Like, I'm not used... Like, I never had it on my iPhone where you'd say, like, you know, hey, digital assistant name here, and then have it activate. You know, I had that turned off, and apparently that's on by default with the iPad.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Although I will say this with iOS 14... normally I don't have the device that benefits from these new features that get injected in them. iOS 14, there's a lot of nice quality of life improvements if your device can support it. You know, I talked about it in brief yesterday, that when you have an incoming call, whether it be Google Hangouts, Skype, Zoom, FaceTime, telephone, a little slider pops down from the top of the screen instead of monopolizing all the space and saying, you have a phone call. It's this small, little, tiny thing that you can just say, yes, I would like to take a call, or no, I would like to not take a call, etc., etc.
Yeah.
Well, that was cool. That was... Oh, Is it time?
I think so.
It's time! It's Counter Shade, baby! This'll be fun. Best stage in the original game, far and away.
Yeah, it's very different this time.
Okay.
But it's still neat, though.
Yeah. Hey, the whole game's been neat so far, so I'm down for it. Well, wait a minute. How am I supposed to get over here? That's interesting. The ceiling's too low.
Don't remember if you can shoot those.
Nope. Oh well. No biggie. Oh, what? 3? 3 what? Apple. What? Illusions.
Yep.
Oh, this is... Okay. This is oddly appropriate. Oh, crap! So I just keep walking right into it. Die. So did Gunvolt ever get its own like Beck had like a statue that came with like the special edition of Mighty Number 9, the retail edition. Like did Gunvolt ever get anything like that?
Don't think he did.
That's too bad. That would actually be kind of cool.
Though to be fair, for the most part, it was digital only to start with.
Oh, that is true.
Yeah, and then the Striker pack just kept happening to get a physical release on everything.
Really? Hold on. Don't worry. Oh, god damn it. Okay. Hey! Hey! Okay. Yay!
There you go.
Whoa. Hole in the floor. Oh, okay, so I've got... Oh, this is interesting.
Yeah, you gotta go through all 3 paths to get to the next part. Yeah, this is what you do instead of chasing him down the whole time.
Right. Challenge rooms. It's like the ruins in Mega Man and Bass. Or Mega Man 8, I can't remember.
It was base. Yeah.
It was Mega Man and Bass? Yeah.
Although 8 kind of did something similar with Swordman.
Right. Oh, that was a cheap shot.
Yeah, their shots actually go through.
Yeah, that's not fair. Oh, I broke the combo. Boo! Chumbo Wumbo. One combo. I don't think that's how it works. A combo must be more than one. K. Alright. go. Oh. Rude. Oh. Man, they can go through... Whatever. Having projectile envy over here.
I know you can get a piercing shot, I just don't remember if it's enemies or walls that it pierces through.
Yeah, no, that's what I liked about the laser upgrade of Mega Man 8. I used that almost exclusively from the moment I could buy it, was because it may have only hit with the intensity of a mid-charge instead of a full, but the fact that it hit multiple times per frame just made it so much more useful. The LOL laser. Well, that wasn't too bad. Security level 0. Whoa!
Yep, now you're in part 2.
Oh! Man, we really did save this one for last, didn't we? Oh, 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 oh. What? Okay. Why you gotta be like that? Why you gotta be like right there? Knockback. I think that's the first knockback death of the... You know, if we're not counting the
that one spot.
The burning water. That was really more on my fault. I was jumping before I was looking. How do I platform? No? Oh! Not like that. Not like that at all. Oh, I see what's going on here.
Yep.
Clever. Meat. Warning. Oh. Oh, man. Manipulation. Oh, this is different.
Yep.
This is very different. I like it. Oh, that's mean. I'm not gonna fall for your trickeries. Oh, they're for him.
Oh no, it's one of them is real, and if you don't pick it up, he'll grab it for you first.
So, does the screen just get progressively more shot up as the match goes on?
I think it's just the one time. I think it'd be worse if you were looking at it in handheld mode here.
Yeah. Oh, there's... Doesn't look like there's any discernible way to tell them apart.
I think it's one of them flashes differently.
Gotcha. Sweet. I know it's just VR training, Colonel, but doing battle against my brothers and sisters was complicated. Snow landed on my nose. That's right. Remember, this is all in VR.
Yep.
About that. I completed a challenge. Yay! Gateway. Oh boy. They're back. New Gateway laptops. Yeah, baby.
Yep.
Yep. Well, we haven't. It's not like we haven't seen this particular setup in a dozen other games before. It's like there's only one way, and it's down. Whoa! Oh, interesting. Interesting. Uh-oh. Ah! Oh, that's mean. Okay, apparently it only lets you fall so far one direction.
Yeah.
And then, I thought there was going to be a secret on the roof. No, the secret was just not getting stuck somewhere. Surprise! Come on. There we go. Apple. No, no. Oh, that wasn't a kill.
Yeah, no, those aren't instant kill, but they do hurt.
No, they absolutely do. Oh no, bombs. Stickers! Oh. Oh no. Okay. Alright.
Oh, you reached the checkpoint at least.
Yeah, I did. And then I realized I could just jump off and let it reset. Oh, piss. Ooh, just barely outran that. Really? Go, 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 go. Okay, whew. Yes. Oh crap. Oh well, never mind. It's a new way to walk. A new way to think. Oh great. Whoa, that was exciting. Watermelon. Which was my favorite flavor of Jolly Rancher. That's another thing. Getting old. Like, I can't eat ice cream anymore. My teeth are too sensitive.
Oh, yeah.
And then, my wisdom teeth from like 10 years ago were so messed up by the time they got extracted. Anytime I look at a Hershey bar and then like my teeth have phantom pains. You know, it's just like, it's just, this sucks. You know? So like, I just gave all my candy to Evelyn because, you know, like, hey, just do me a favor, brush your teeth before you go to bed tonight. It's like, okay. It's like, why do you keep asking? It's like, because I don't want you to happen what happened to me. Sound like a guy. Oh no, there was a thing over there. Damn it. Oh well. Oh. Sensodyne? What? Just finished your resume to Winco. Applying for a bulk foods clerk. Yeah, no, seriously, like, I would actually like to work for a Winco as like a part-time job for like gasoline and fun money. If they had those existed. Sensodyne, I might want to do that. I've been using like Pepsodent for like years, and I've had absolutely no complaints with it. It's also very inexpensive, which is the part of the reason why I use it so much. It's like $1, and it, you know, actually that was the first toothpaste that was marketed towards young people. But every Christmas as a stocking stuffer, like my mom like throws like all sorts of stuff like, you know, in there, and she always thought it was a funny joke to put a tube of Tom's toothpaste in there. Sensodyne is the best toothpaste. Mom just had her 4 front teeth extracted. Why? What happened? That sounds unpleasant.
Yeah.
Sensodyne is best toothpaste? Maybe. Maybe I'll have to do that. We'll do what I do with everything these days. Go ahead and check Amazon to see what they go. Debaser wins the Mario Challenge? Papa Debaser. Gunvolt, what are you doing here? Oh, Beck, long time no see. Finally, a chance to square things off with the king himself. King? King? I was actually thinking about King from Mega Man and Bass. That's funny. But the final... Looks like I'm not going to be able to talk my way out. I gotta do something! Oh, I gotta... Oh, man. Oh, no! Bugger. Not gonna be able to talk my way out of this one. The only way out is from through. Found out to fix it was flossing your gums and bleed them. Oh, whoops. See, that's part of the reason why I stopped flossing, because every time I do it, no matter how much I do it, they always bleed. And I was like, well, this hurts. This hurts. You know, it's a different kind of hurt. So it's just like, it's like, I can tolerate it, but it's like, blood in the sink doesn't seem like a lot of fun to me. By the way, Blood in the Sink will be playing 8 games this weekend. No cover charge.
You know what? You just made the list!
Getting your bad blood out. What is this, 17th century medicine? Okay, boys, it's time to stop laws. Thanks for roughing each other. What is this? I don't understand. I had a front row seat for the whole bout. Hashtag VIP section. What just happened?
I know it's something Gunvolt related, but I don't know the exact
Okay.
thing.
Suddenly a strange man appeared before us. He was sneering at us and laughing at us using a bunch of slang that went right over my head. Well, at least they're self-aware. Tensio. Oh, hi, nice to meet you, beep boop boy. I'm Testio, lead hacker extraordinaire, specialist in making you have a bad time. What in the world is this? Infected blood? That doesn't sound much better. And just like Testio, what is happening? Wait a second, all this guy just. It's part of his Davish little scheme. Got tons of new vids to upload now. Ain't got no time for you jokers. These are gonna be epic. Catch these hands. Oh gosh. Since Gunvolt and I were both left, we started. Excuse me. Started about talking about everything that happened so far. Seems like Gunvolt went for the real world to the VR world thanks to Tesso's power, and Gunvolt was just trying to find a way out of here too, just like I am. Sorry for pointing my gun at you. Will you be willing to help me to stop this menace? I held in my right hand and gave a firm nod, but we didn't shake hands. Flossing strengthens gums, yeah. We forged a partnership. New record!
Okay, that's what it was. He's one of the bad guys in the second Gunvolt.
Subspace. Begin!
Basically, you went through the Mighty Number 9 half. Now you're pretty much in the Gunvolt half.
Gotcha.
That's the way to put it.
Oh gosh. We gotta go the other way. Wow. Power up. Orange. The orange. Who doesn't love a cardboard box called the orange? Oh, that's awkward. Do they not? I think I'm gonna have to leave and come back.
Yeah.
Thank goodness. I was like, hey, we're stranded. That's great. Can't finish the stage. Woo! Oh no. Oh no. Okay, let's try this again. Oh craps. What am I doing wrong? Where's the air dash? Oh, come on. Really?
I think that's just a sticker anyway.
I know. It was just like, it's there. I may as well, but it's like, no. Oh, great. Lollipop. That was dumb. that was really not smart. That was really not okay. Alright, let's try that again with 99% less fail. Hey, look, I don't have to get those hearts anymore. So I can just... Well, now I need to get one of them. What is that? Incoming raid? Oh boy. Pazwezen? What? I don't speak German. Woo! Oh, 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 oh. Oh, gosh. Oh, no. Oh, that is terrible.
Yep.
That is so terrible.
Yep.
Oh, no. No, stop it! We were doing so well. We don't need to do this. God. No! Hey! Thank you for the raid, G1 Game Days. Congratulations to me getting blown up. Congratulations to Papa Debaser for being the victor of the Mario Brothers Challenge. That is super awesome. Now go do it again with Super Mario All-Stars. Oh, Relic Raider, hello! Again with these bombs. Some days it's been just long enough that you don't think about them again, and then boom, guess what? They're back! They're back! They're gonna get you! Oh, wait a minute. Oh, I understand what I'm supposed to do. Okay, there we go. Oh, this is not okay! God damn it! Oh well. The biggest winner, however, is the kids. Yes. Next one is Donkey Kong Country. Are you for real? That's awesome.
Oh boy. Just don't make it 100% race.
No, don't. Like, that would be my first question is it, wasn't the first one 102%, then the second one was 104, and then the...
It was technically 101, 102, 103, but then I think, the third one you could go higher if you did the hard difficulty.
Oh, there was a hard difficulty on that? Oh my god.
Yeah, there's a cheat code for a hard difficulty, which is basically, I think it's way less DK barrels.
Well, that's annoying.
But I think it goes up to like 106, I think, when you do that.
Good gravy. That's bonkers, because, like, I remember it was a cold January day when I finally beat Sticker Brush Symphony, and I was just like, I couldn't believe it. I seriously couldn't believe it. Like, that was one of, like, the biggest retro gaming moments of my gaming career. Like, Sticker Brush Symphony, especially when I was at that age. Holy Toledo. That was unbelievable.
Thank you.
105? Okay. Hey, Donut! Hope things are well with you and Miss Necocell.
Well, maybe they should end with DKC1 instead of starting with it.
Yeah, maybe. Oh, dear. What in the hell is that? I think I'm supposed to... Yes, I am. Okay. Gamer logic. Because, like, I have, like, extremely fond memories of the first two. I never got a chance to play the third one. I did eventually get a copy of it on cart. This is cool. I like this. Whee! It's like fighting Gremory at the end of Bloodstained. That's cool.
Yeah, what are the odds?
Yeah, funny how that is. The funniest thing is just fighting Gremory, no problem, and then fighting Dominique and Baal is the part that I'm struggling with now. Just
Yeah.
because I just don't know where I'm supposed to go grind for levels when you're playing as Zangetsu. I just don't know. It was easy with Marion because you gave her like the double experience thing. So
Oh, that'll actually make it interesting.
for the DK race, we're using the Switch's online mode, so to do 2... What? That's using technology to its fullest. I like this.
You know, I think about it. From what I always hear from people, I'm one of the part of the minority that actually likes 3 more than 2.
Oh, hey, the gravity's off. It's like I jump and then I fall immediately. Like, oh, whoops. But look, I found burgers.
Oh yeah, this is probably the most interesting stage in this game. You'll see why in just a second.
I didn't even know that was gonna happen. What in the hell?
Superior tech.
Yeah, this is an actual gimmick in the first game. One of the stages, or the first Gunvolt has a stage like this.
Oh my god! Oh no! No! Oh god! It's those things too. Jeez, Louise! No! Stop it! Oh great!
It's a weird stage, but I kind of like it for that.
Yeah. Woo. Remember, kids, jump on ice. Don't walk on ice. Oh god! This is. Okay, that works. No, that doesn't work. That's making my neck hurt. It was like the first... It's like the first time you play... Is it tilting more? I think it's tilting more. Okay. No, it's like the first time you play like Eternal Darkness Sanity's Requiem, like the first insanity effect that happens is like the camera tilts 10 degrees. And the first time that happened, I got so disoriented, I fell off my bed, because like my gaming setup was in my bedroom back then, because I thought I was a hot shit teenager, you know?
Yeah.
Whoops, sorry, Brandon.
Watch the language, mister!
But no, I do that, and then, like, fast forward to, like, 6 months later when Twin Snakes releases, because that was the whole reason why I bought Eternal Darkness. Like, I should get to know who these Silicon Knights people are, you know? And in the middle of the fight with Psycho Mantis, the screen tilts and I'm like, oh no, not again! fall off my bed. That was actually probably like that collaboration could have gone so wrong, and yet it came out so great. But that was actually really cool, being able to incorporate a lot. Now it feels weird looking at the screen normal again. I need a moment. Goodness gracious. God! It's like, you ever go to a movie theater and you like sit down and you watch the credits for the movie and then you think like it's done, but you still think everything's scrolling upward when it's actually stopped?
Yeah.
Gosh, that's exactly what that felt like. Oh. Oh. Oh, wow, they brought this back. Okay. How am I supposed to... Oh, you know what? Probably... No. 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 No.
Oh, yeah, you can't kill them.
Oh, that... Okay.
Yeah, you just have to navigate around the flames they're dropping.
Okay, gotcha. Through the fire and flames.
Something like that.
Beep, 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 beep. Cyberburger, exactly. Best burger.
Wanting to play Guitar Hero games again recently.
I actually found the video of you playing Guitar Hero on the Guitar Hero machine at Dave & Buster's for 2014.
Oh yeah.
I was going through everything that was on my iCloud storage and what was, because that's like the interesting thing that I actually do like, that unless if you tell it otherwise. Oh, I should have grabbed the cheesecake. God damn it. Oh no, not again.
Yep, again.
Oh god. So, oh, now it's dark too? Yep. Really? My neck's gonna hurt. Oh. But yeah, no, like anything that was like shot on my phone gets downloaded to my iPad and then syncs to both at the end of the day when they're both plugged in charging for night on Wi-Fi. And I thought that was a really nice feature, and I was just like going through everything one night because I couldn't sleep, because of course I can't. And I was just like, oh wow, look at all this stuff, because like most of the like videos of anything, it was shot on like the actual camera. But you know, like there were a couple of things that were a shot on iPhone, and I was just like, wow. You know, like, I can't believe... Like, there's this one clip that I have that I sent to Chad that, it's him and, Epic, Game Music, James, jamming out playing, Simple Man by Five Finger Death Punch. Mm-hmm. You know, because James needed to borrow Chad's guitar for the show that year. So, you know, just the little things like that. It's like, I forgot I had that.
Yeah.
There we go.
Just on the note of Dave & Buster's, I forgot who posted it this morning, but apparently Dave & Buster's is close to filing for bankruptcy right now.
Oh boy, is it Chapter 7 or Chapter 11?
I did not check.
Because I hope it's not one of those if a buyer is found situations. Like, you know, I really think, in the grand scheme of things, that this coronavirus nonsense is not going away. You know, unfortunately. And it's gonna really change how people are gonna go out to like places like that. You know, maybe you do just have to wear a mask. You know, and just like, you know, sit a decent amount apart from each other when you sit down to eat, you know? Because, like, I haven't been to a Dave & Buster's since SGC. It's not like a place I make plans out of my year to go to.
And you're not really missing much.
You're right, exactly. It's like, it's usually somebody else's idea to go, right?
Yeah.
So it's just, you know, it's not like we knew this. Ah, god damn it, I did it again. It's not like we knew the staff on a personal first-name basis or anything like that, you know? It's a chain. We'll find something else.
Yeah.
Now, if the news story was Round 1 is filing for bankruptcy, then I would be upset. Because round 1 is kind of an important place to me. I had never been to it before, and Shelby took me there, and that was flippin' excellent. Especially, like, there was some crazy Korean rhythm game that she was playing that she brought her membership card in, so that way she... jeez! So she could, air dash, so she could continue her high score trade or something like that. And it was like, that's cool, man, I like that. You know, I remember the Initial D arcade game having something similar like that. Yeah. Also, I remember the NFL Blitz arcade game actually had a slot for the N64 memory cards.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was cool, man. That was really cool.
Okay, I took a quick look at the article, and I can see why they might be filing for bankruptcy. It looks like they are looking for a deal with a lender.
Oh.
But, apparently, their year-to-year revenue for quarter 2 fell 85%.
Oh, because no one's going out because the Rona.
Yeah, they only made 50.8 million.
Well, that's bad.
For the second quarter, yeah.
Okay, let me get stabilized here again. Jeez. Ugh. Oh no! Oh no!
Yep, you got those again.
Yep. Damn it. Meat! Oh, those actually move! Oh god, no, 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 no! Oh! Wow.
It just gets worse as you go.
I know, right?
But I'm pretty sure this is the last part, though.
Okay, I actually lost track of time. That's how much fun I was having to even remember to run the first commercial break. And I was just like, well, you know, and I kept thinking, it's like, maybe you should ask, like, how far along we are. And I'm like, you know what? I'm pretty sure you would have said something if we were in danger of having to make this a two-parter. So, oh,
Yeah.
man.
Don't think we'd really have to. It would maybe just be going a bit over tonight.
That's fine.
Because I think it's just the boss rush left after this.
Okay. Why you
Yeah.
popping a couple of ibuprofen, word man? Taking NSAIDs while the Rona's going around is not advisable.
Oh, he says his forehead might feel warm.
You would be better off. Is ibuprofen a fever reducer? I can't remember.
It can be, I think. I don't know which is better between the two, though.
Yeah, because like aspirin, I know is a fever reducer, but you're not supposed to give that to the little kids.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh no, there's a bomb just in the middle of the room. There's a bomb.
Got Amber Alert, apparently.
Whoa! Oh, that's not good. Oh, is it one of those? Yep, it's one of those.
Yeah, it's one of those. But with some
Yeah, no, it's good. I like it. It's just like I just don't like fighting bosses and not being able to figure out what the gimmick of the fight is. And it was like, oh, okay, these look like oh, those are rail guns.
Yep. Yep.
Hey, I'm dead. You ever see Metal Gear Rex fire the railgun during the boss fight? If you get far enough away from him, he loads a uranium slug instead of the nuke, and you die. Snake becomes a bloodstain in the hangar room floor. It is a sight to behold. Liquid is a bastard. Oh dear. Okay, that's cool. Man, fighting Crying Wolf, man. Bringing it back to Metal Gear again. That was a hell of a fight. Hey, it's everything that you loved about Sniper Wolf, and it's 10 times harder.
Yep.
Really? Yep.
It's one of the few things I still remember from that game.
Yeah. Gosh dang it. Never mind Metal Gear and Metal Gear 2. The fact that that game has not been able to, it's still on the platform that it was released on, you know? Like, that game needs...
Yeah, not even that rumored Oxide thing.
Oh my god, Metal Gear... I'm glad I'm not the only one that remembers Metal Gear Oxide. That was the rumor of rumors, and if it happened, I guarantee it that would have been backward compatible too.
Yep.
Metal Gear Oxide, the fabled 360 port that never was.
Yep.
Because it was,
the 8-disc Metal Gear.
I think he said it was going to be closer to, oh dear, this is... Okay, I can roll with this. I thought I could. Hold on. How long are you gonna... Is this just the end? Oh, okay. Alright. Yeah. Yeah. But, it's from what I found out that, like, trying to understand how many discs Oxide was going to be, when I found out that when it was around the time 2008 was when they started to let you rip your 360 games to the hard drive, and that's when I found out Oblivion was only 6 gigs, and I found out half of the game was audio, like just audio files. And then I was thinking, like, okay, so like, what's the big problem with Metal Gear Solid 4? And it was uncompressed DTS audio. And I was thinking, like, I don't want, and that was, like, part of the reason why he was insisting on waiting for the 50 gigabyte disc so he didn't have to compress anything. And I was thinking, like, well, what if he did, and he just used a traditional Dolby Digital track instead of DTS? You know, it probably could have been done on 4 discs. You know, just using Dolby Digital, so well, that wasn't too hard. But yeah, no, that would have... Whew, that was fun! I like that. That was fun. You die if you are killed, right? Remember, Tom, when the health drops to 0, the game is over.
Yep.
Yeah. Let's see how bad that was. D, I am not surprised. Alright, Cyberspace Coliseum.
Yeah, this should be the last stage.
Gotcha.
And like any Mega Man game, it's got the boss rush.
There we go.
Revisits. Also, I guess there's one thing we didn't cover, especially since you're using a stick instead of a regular controller. So the dousing power-up that was in the customized thing, that would let you find hidden walls. But it's this is actually one of those games that uses the HD rumble, where the rumble gets stronger the closer you get.
Oh, okay, dowsing. I understand now.
So I'm going to mention one here. Go to your left and break the wall.
Hey!
Yeah, that's why.
Oh, that's kind of important.
Yeah, you're going to want all that.
So out of those 3 gigabytes of Oblivion, there lies some of the odd kilobytes of audio from the one actress that... Yes! The dark elf lady from the Mages Guild. Hold on, let me read that again. That was funny.
There was something I played recently that... Oh no, it wasn't something I played. I think there was a video I watched recently that had a retake left in it.
Oh boy.
And I don't know if it was on purpose or not.
Far enough? Yes, just far enough.
Alright, I guess this is a rare time I actually need to keep up with sports a little bit.
Oh yeah?
The Stars are in the Stanley Cup.
Hey! Stephen Toulouse! The late Stephen Toulouse's favorite hockey team. The Dallas Stars.
Apparently they won Game 1, so...
Wow. So how many, I guess after the boss rush, there's the finale on the other side of the door.
Yeah, it should just be the final boss after that.
Okay.
But yeah, you do still have to get through all these guys.
Right, I know, and I'm like, okay, I have the food. Which really means I gotta, like, not use it all on one. Otherwise, this is gonna be for a bad time. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, this kind of reminds me of the gear mode from 11.
Yeah.
Yeah, those double gear modes for the boss was... Oh my god, that was so cool.
Mm-hmm.
Damn. Come on. Woo!
I don't remember if each boss is a checkpoint or not. That's the one thing I can't remember.
Well, you don't get your health back. That's unfortunate.
I want to say there's a checkpoint, though.
I really hope there is, because that is going to be absolutely insane to try to do that in one go.
Yeah, I don't think they were that bad about it.
Right. Oh, whoops. All right, moment of truth. Woo! Thank goodness. Oh man, that would have been brutal. Mom, what are you doing? Did the gentleman catch another mouse?
God.
He's a good boy. Whoops. Oh, too close. Gotcha. Woo! And that one cat that says A, yeah, he's a good boy.
Yep.
That was pretty funny.
Alright, that's 2.
Yeah. Bonk. Come on. Ah!
Ah, close.
Is that Mighty number 9? I am Mighty number 9.
This should have been Mighty number 9.
Yeah, this really should have been. Really? Ah, damn it! So I was doing too good. No! No! I'm trying! I'm doing better than I was in Mighty number 9 though, so shut up!
Helps this doesn't have game overs also.
Yeah, that really does.
That one thing alone makes this so much better.
Damn it. I mean, that's inevitable. There's no way to avoid it.
It's Mighty number 9 better edition.
Yeah. Way better edition. Almost got that finger machine gun. There we go! Oh, here we go. It's like Mega Man 1 rules where it's damage per frame, there's no cooldown, there's no nothing. But Mega Man 1 had the advantage of sometimes the Buster did more than just 1 point of damage.
Yep.
Seriously, the last level of Mighty Gunvolt can go eat a dork? Yes.
Yeah, it can.
Yeah, that game, like, outside of, like, Counter Shade Stage, like, that game was seriously not fun. Which is too bad because I like the character designs and the premise, you know, as derivative as it is, it still resonates with me.
Yeah, and this game even proves that it still works.
Yeah, exactly. The beauty's in the simplicity. Oh, you weren't gonna do both of them? There's the other one! Hydro pump! Whoops. Remember, jump on the ice. Don't walk on the ice, just jump.
Yeah.
And you can actually, I keep jumping over them, but for those of you watching, those little ice baseballs that she makes, you can actually shoot those. Like Chill Penguin. I just don't take the chance. Oh, so close. Come on. Just don't do the hydro pump. Or that... Kagi in a Fune? What? No. Stop it. Warning! I want the warning sound from Blast Corps. The dude just go, warning!
Yeah.
There we go. I got stuck in the ice! I don't know why that just reminded me, but Deadly Premonition's back on sale for Xbox again.
Oh, yeah.
And it actually has listed the... This run's no good. I'm gonna probably lose this one. They're back, and it actually has the publisher listed from the Switch port. So it's like, hey, they realized.
Yep.
Yeah, let's do this. Let's see who else is here. Who is this?
Highway Supreme.
Oh, it's... Yeah, it's... Helicopters!
Yeah. They're back.
Yep. That anime-style hesitation when brings out the hammer. It's just like, ah, jump! Yeah, see, I just shot the snowball. Are you gonna do your hydro pump now? Yep, here you go. Oh, only doing one at a time now, huh? I'm so used to seeing a whole bunch of them go off at once. Yeah, I screwed that. The best RNG I could have gotten on that, and I screwed it up. Oh yeah, also it has this thing. It doesn't come into play that much, but like you can jump climb the ladder. I love it when you can do that in games. Although the best one has to be Finding Teddy, because you can just hold down the jump button and hold up, and then you will just ascend like a rocket ship.
Yep.
Boo! Oh, you. Oh, so close. Oh, starting with that, okay. Again? Gotcha. Beck looks so tired. Boo! Ah, this has got to be counter shade.
Yep.
Bang!
You're just resetting.
Yeah, exactly. It's a happy little reset, you know? Guts Dozer. No, wait.
Oh, I guess Twitch did its thing.
What?
It looks like Johnny got an ad automatically.
Oh, boy. Whoops. Did I hit the add button? Yes, I did.
Yeah.
Oh, so that wasn't... That wasn't...
Okay. There.
Yeah, no, that was me. We were like up over the 3-hour mark, and I was just like, well, that's good that it's actually working, because I press the button and it gives me the little green check mark that it goes. But, you know, it's just like, sometimes it's like, my resume, I send it out into cyberspace, and I hope I hear a response, and I never do. Woo! Come on. There we go. Actually, Johnny, I didn't know you were still here, so that was my fault. Because, you know, I have it set up to not affect subscribers. Because I feel like, why am I going to double dip like that? That's just rude as F. I feel like I should save Counter Shade for last because he's my favorite, but whatever. Oh! You know, it'd be kind of nice if I could actually shoot in the portal and have it, like, actually hit him.
Yeah.
That would be a neat trick. They were all phonies.
Oh, okay, the real one flashes blue when it lands.
Oh, okay. Boom! You broke my TV, you bastard. Ah!
I wonder how many people actually thought that when it happened.
Right? No, like, I remember Shadows of the Empire when you had first person, third person, vertical person, and then cinematic person.
Mm-hmm.
And I just rotated dash facing the camera and just fired, and it startled my brother. Because it was just like, ah, you shot at the TV! Ah! No, stop it. How about you don't? Really? Alright, let's go back to Aquafina. What's up, Mal? Mal, are you excited for the Saga collection? I actually did play Final Fantasy Legend 1 and followed all the rest of them in Nintendo Power. Remember, once you go to the Pure Land, you can't come back. Oh, we're already at this? Okay. Fine, but hey, we got good RNG. Yes. Ow. Stop, stop. Oh.
No.
Okay. Ah, we can still salvage this. Come on. Yes. Yes. Come on. Baseball. All of them. Or not. That's cool too. Got him. Her. Sorry. That was close. You just played the remakes of Legend 1 and 2 recently, so yeah. Which one are those? Because, pardon my ignorance, I am not that familiar with the Saga franchise. I just remember Romancing Saga 3 on the PS2 being universally panned, and I don't remember the reason why. But I played Legends 1, and I played Yeah, that's it. Legends 1. And, I'm really proud of myself. I haven't actually eaten any of the food yet.
Yeah.
That's freaking great.
I think you get one more after you finish all of them as well.
Okay. So, like, Oh, it had a Wonder Swan remake. Okay, and then Legends 2 and 3 had DS remakes. Interesting. Earthworm Joe actually very recently got himself a Wonder Swan. He posted that on the Discord under the Hall section. And like, hey, Gunpei Yokoi would be very happy. Yeah. You also got the version of Final Fantasy that went on there. Now, that version of Final Fantasy on the Wonder Swan, that's not what the PlayStation version was based on, was it? Or was that just a completely unique port that was just for the system?
Honestly, I can't remember. I want to say it's based off... It's similar to the Advanced one. Okay. I might be wrong.
That would also make sense that they would use that.
Probably just find mine and check.
Yeah. Okay, the second one always curves up. Up, here come the helicopters! I'm gonna use some food. I don't want to have to fight this guy. Ah, damn it! Never mind. Okay, Final Fantasy Legend, the Romancing Saga games for the SNES were good games. They did get ports of 2 and 3 recently. Right, I have 2 on Xbox. The third one's available, but I'm waiting for that one to go on sale. I just have like a feeling that Square is just gonna go full ham on the Xbox Christmas sale this year. Maybe I'll finally get a copy of Nier Automata. Really, bro?
Don't know where the Wonder Swan actually ended up. Oh well, it's in here somewhere.
Yeah, it's there somewhere. It will be found. Really?
Found my Neo Geo Mini though.
That's cool.
Oh yeah, it's Unlimited Saga. That's the hated one.
Got him. Did you ever get the feeling that Final Fantasy II is actually a Saga prototype? You know what? That's a really good point. It may have been. What I also do know is that my beloved Final Fantasy Adventure originally was supposed to be for the Famicom Disk System. But budget constraints prevented them from doing that, and it was actually, I believe the reasoning was it was more cost-effective to make it a Game Boy title instead. So I would actually really like it if someone found the prototype ROM of Final Fantasy Adventure for the Famicom just to see how it would look running on the NES.
I guess that also makes sense considering what Secret of Mana meant for the PlayStation prototype.
Yeah, PlayStation CD. They had to cut almost a third of the game and all of the music and redo the music. You know, it's like, I'm sure sitting on some hard drive somewhere that still exists. I would like to think it would still exist because Secret of Mana is one of my all-time favorite, not just Super Nintendo games, but all-time favorite games. And, you know, you bet your ass when Clay and I actually get around to playing the PS4 remake. That's going to be a hell of a time. Maybe Square will finally get Final Adventures of Mana off the Vita, and wishful thinking.
Oh, more than just Vita mobile.
Right, you know, it's just like, I have it on iOS, and the fact that it looks better than the Vita version really makes me sad. You know, it's just like, it's running at a higher resolution, it's running at a higher frame rate, you know, I was actually, like, if Square doesn't do it, I will have to go find my old Lightning to HDMI adapter, and then, like, get a TV dinner tray, you know, remember those? and then set that up here, and then get the little dock that I have from my iPad, sit it down there in front of me, and I can actually pair a Bluetooth 360 controller to my iPad and then just stream it off of that.
Yep.
And it'll work, because I've tested it as far as the controller goes, but I'm sure running it through there, you know, that would... Oh, boy. Will probably have to be remade. Oh, boy. Alright. B button. There we go. Bang. I do like they did find a way to incorporate the ricocheting sniper shot into this. That was just a cool part of his gimmick.
Yep.
Oh, I didn't see which one it was. I got it! I stole it! I stole the baby! Go watch Willow. It's a good movie.
There we go.
Hell yeah! Yeah, I know, I keep talking about this thing to death, but, like, I can't believe it that, like, people, like, lose the source code to things. It just breaks my heart. You know? There's... Nothing comes back over here, it's all in the next room, I guess.
Yep.
Speaking of Square, how about the Quintet Collection? Yeah, I've been talking about that for a while, like, call it the Souls Collection, or the Collection of Gaia, that's what I was calling it. They need to do that. That would be pretty great. Oh yeah, throw in the ActRaiser games, you may as well. Learned recently that Final Fantasy Legends 2 has a sizable fan base in the United States and seems to be Final Fantasy VI of the series here. Wow, I didn't know that. That's actually pretty cool. The thing I remember the most about, oh, you get a cheeseburger. That's great. That clearly has cheese. Why are you calling it a hamburger? Why are you selling it short? Now I want to drive to Joliet and go get White Castle. God damn it. The White Castle on Jefferson Street in Joliet, Illinois, baby. That place is legendary. Oh no, I'm sorry. Yep. Welcome to Die. Welcome to Die. Are you for real, Magneto? Good gravy. Yeah, but no, Mal, like, I distinctly remember the one thing that I remember the most about Final Fantasy Legends were the sprite work for the avatars. I remember them being different and detailed compared to any of the other Square games at the time, because bear in mind the Super Nintendo had not come out yet, or I didn't have one. I can't remember whichever was first. So I didn't see Final Fantasy 2, which is really 4. Is there a ROM hack for 4 that has all the content that was from the Game Boy Advance version put back in?
No, I actually don't know if they did that.
Yeah, that'd be really cool. Because, like, actually, you know, it's... Watch me get distracted and off topic again. Another reason to get my PlayStation TV working again is to get that sharp scale hack put in there so I can play the PSP version of Final Fantasy IV. Because that was featured in the My Life in Gaming video, and it looked so good. Like, so good. That is worth playing that version of 4 again just for that picture quality. Holy hell. Mom just ordered Dairy Queen and a bomb... Oh, Mal, you're a man after my own heart. The flamethrower burger from Dairy Queen is my favorite. I get that on the menu every single flippin' time. I love that, and some cheese curds with white gravy. Now I'm getting hungry.
I'm sure if the one right by here has that.
I would hope so.
I have to look. It's right across the street from my work, so...
Right on. You're on Tesso's Wild Ride from now. Ha 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 ha. This was my professor's creation. I'm going to take it back through. Such a threat, so scared. Wow. Concerned dog. Let's see it in the chat. Let's see it in the chat. Okay, thanks, bye. Oh no. I gotta fight Evil Beck.
Yep.
No, not quite. I'm gonna be the one true Beck and release cool music albums. Oh! Oh dear. Oh, I can't do that, or can I?
I think you can do something similar, but I don't think you can do any charge shots.
Okay. It's like, hey, I'm going to shoot a wall of fire at you.
Alright, well now you'll have full health at least.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, man, that was over a little too quickly. Is Evil Beck the last one, or am I still fighting what's his dude after this?
You still have to fight the other guy, but this is the last part, basically.
Okay, gotcha. Hey, I wasn't on the boss fight as long, not the boss fight, Jesus
The boss
Christ.
rush, yeah.
The boss rush as long as I thought I was going to be. That made me happy. I mean, I can't just, like, rely on what I would do for, like, any other Mega Man. It's like, hey, all those E-Tanks you've been saving, here you go. You know?
Yeah, alright now.
The one true way to play Mega Man 3, Red A6. If you don't know what it is, you don't know what it is. But if you know what it is, it's a game changer. Red A6. Which is why the Genesis version of Mega Man 3 is actually genuinely hard, because there's no password system, so no Red A6. Nope. But I love the Wily Wars collection. It's so good. Except for that, you know, is there a ROM hack that fixes that one walk animation that just takes an eternity to start moving forward? Because you fix that, you basically fixed all the game. Because I can deal with the projectiles being slow and not the same speed. I can deal with that. I can adapt. That never offended me. What did was that one frame where Mega Man's walking forward and it just takes a millennium for him to start moving. Once you're moving, you're fine. It's just getting started is just. Oh man, is that like the beginning? You know, like I always felt like remasters and HD collections and this, that, and the other. Oh, I was so close too. There has to be something wrong with them. It seems like there's a prerequisite for that. Like there has to be one thing wrong with it that prevents it from being perfect. Like Perfect Dark, for example. After you beat the game on the Nintendo 64, if you just wait at the title screen, it'll start playing the song Alien Encounter, and it'll just have the Perfect Dark is Forever thing in the background until you press start. Because the 360 version doesn't load your save data until it logs you in, it doesn't know that you beat the game, so that part will never play. And I was just crestfallen when that discovery was made. It was like it was so close to being perfect. Like the Metal Gear Solid HD collection. They took out Snake's Nightmare, which prevents you from having the dialogue from Sigurd talking about the Metal Gear that was made out of shit.
Language!
There has to be something wrong with it, and I don't know if you know, the doing stuff on the Super Nintendo was the beginning of that. Come on. Don't do that to me. Boo! Yeah, you think you're special. You do. I see it in your eyes. WrestleMania X8. Dude, the damage he does just touching you is ridiculous. Oh, that's bull. Red 13. Tom, this isn't Mega Man. Just a man who thinks he's Mega. That's pretty good, Mal. I like that. I like that a lot. Also, shout out to you and Al playing Power Bomberman. I was seeing clips of that. That looked absolutely silly.
Oh yeah, that was a silly time.
Whoops. How come you get iframes and I don't? That's bull. Yeah, he shoots once when he gets the position. Whoa! I got lucky with that. Oh, boo! Boo! We almost got it. We almost got it. This is fine. We're good.
You're getting there.
We're good. We're good. Red 13, who apparently isn't in the Final Fantasy VII remake. Talking about remasters missing it just by that much. Oh, no, he's in it. He's not playable. That's what it is. Sorry. I want to get my facts straight here. Well, that's dirty. Yeah, he just like, hey, I'm gonna stop, turn around, and shoot you. I'm like, what? Excuse me? You know, I just realized Beck never puts his visor down ever. Not even during boss fights or something like that. You know, but anti-Beck. Not to be confused with anti-Beck. I don't even know what I'm trying to say at this point. I'm just trying to beat a boss. Oh, I thought I could snake under it, but the answer is a big fat no! Really? Seriously, like, him touching me does more... That sounds terrible. Him colliding... There's no right way to say it. Collision detection damage. Yeah. That doesn't sound much better. Does more than the actual shots. So, you know what? He's playing this like it was Gunstar Heroes. That's what it is. You know, like, where you just, like, you do more damage. You do damage per frame in Gunstar Heroes just by throwing yourself at the problem. That always made me laugh. Shelby, throw yourself at the problem! Kill the boss in 2 seconds. You know, it still kind of made me sad that the Super Adapter wasn't in Mega Man 8. Because that whole boss fight with Bass in 7, with that vertical corridor, was just like, that was like one of the coolest things in franchise history to me.
Yeah.
Also, catching the slight glimpse that his charged up power shot has a skull in it. How metal is that? Come on. Really? Okay. That was bull. Now it's like it's gonna go horizontal and then it curves upward. It was just like, hi Jeeble, how are you?
Yeah.
And there's no, like, one power-up that's gonna be better for him over all the others, is there?
I know he has a weakness, but,
Oh, what the... Really? That body check, man.
might be good to just try throwing some elements at him.
Okay. I will do that. Yeah, warning, I get it. He's right there. Oh, my warning for to bedtime just came up.
Oh.
Oh no, he changes! Oh, so much for that. It really is just like fighting clone Mega Mans. The Super Ultra Mega Man. Cartman. Ants in the pants. Back when South Park wasn't what it is now. Don't you mean the Lemons, Chivo? Right? That was a thing.
Well, it's on Switch, so it doesn't really matter that much.
Nope. Especially when you made the discovery that, like, why the Xbox One version was so much harder to to get done.
Yeah, you technically can't complete the Xbox One version by number 9 still.
There. Finally. I think what I get, Anti-Beck changes his element that he can scan you, so he's always a stronger element. Wow. Oh, wow, you beat my copy-paste monster. You're what? That was total racist. Good God. Fight me for real this time. Fight me in real life, bro. What is... Oh my God. Come flooding in once we're live. Only if you're a Hololive VTuber. I really don't like where this is going. What is this? It's a red... He's streaming on a Red Robes channel. God.
It's so bad.
Oh my God. The localization team are true heroes. This is gonna be lit, fam. I don't have to fight Anti-Beck again, right? If I die, it's gonna be alright.
I actually don't know, to be honest.
Oh God, this is gonna... So is this...
This is the final boss.
Is this Sigma?
Yeah, this is basically Sigma.
How come I can't jump on his hands, though?
Okay,
hold up. Oh! Gun... Oh, this is bad. Okay. That hurts. Okay, moment of truth. Oh,
I
no.
don't know.
Oh, no, don't do this. Don't do this. Oh, my God. Oh.
It's technically only the 2 bosses, though. So.
Okay.
You might be able to change elements after he scans you, though.
Well, I guess the moral of the story here is don't be shy with food.
Yeah, your food does reset when you die, so...
Yeah, so... Okay. I don't feel as defeated as I thought I would be. After I was like, great, I have to fight Anti-Beck again.
Yeah, like, it's still challenging, but it's, like, just fair enough that it doesn't feel horrible.
Right, it's, the franchise that I really walked that line really well was the Metroid Prime trilogy.
Mm-hmm.
Like, challenging but not frustrating, and always within your obtainable skill reach, which not a lot of games can do. Which is why I really hope... That company's had a couple of personnel shakeups, you know, and I really hope Nintendo's not asking too much of them to work on Prime 4. Because I guess Namco couldn't do it, or couldn't keep with it, or something like that. Melon, cheesecake. Just don't. That was bold. Whew. Okay.
There we go. Yeah, I figure we're still a ways off from hearing anything about it anyway.
Yeah, exactly. Like, if we don't hear anything by the VGAs, I think that would be like... Then we would have something to cause for concern, because it'll be 3 years since the Metroid Prime Trilogy HD has been rumored to happen. Blah, 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 blah. You know? Especially with, you know, like, there's no way to skip this. Alright. No, the release of Mario 3D All-Stars kind of, like, reaffirms the fact that they're willing to take a game that originally was built around motion controls and then, like, completely toss that aside in favor of being able to play it again, because that was, like, my only real criticism about Nintendo as a company as a whole, that they live way too much in the moment and don't think about how is this game going to be obtainable and accessible tomorrow, next week, next year? They just don't. You know, it's like, and especially now that, like, you know, the Wii U was a good start in their digital forefront. Is there a phase 2?
Yeah.
This is okay. Boy, he about to do it. Okay, now it's Sigma, right? That doesn't look good. Oh, is that my ticket up? Yes, it is.
That's your hands, basically.
Oh, I can't catch these hands. Oh man, that's bad. Hey, look! Gunvolt comes down to help me, just kind of like the bad good ending for Bloodstained. God, that boss fight was bad as F. Good lord. Anybody that says 2D games can't, like, run with the big boys, you're full of S. That boss fight was badass. It's like, how do you have everybody involved, but still show that Miriam's the star of this? Not really. Well, I mean, she kind of became it whether she wanted to be, but, you know. Go play Bloodstained Curse of the Moon. Okay, just drop another one right here, please. Oh, that was close.
That was still close.
Yeah. Oh, not now, not now, not now, no, 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 no! I was pressing the wrong button.
Oh.
I was mashing L instead of plus.
Oh.
God. That's bad. I just gotta move my hand further over. I think I got it though. If that's what if that's the worst of what Phase 2 has to offer, I think we're in good shape.
Yeah, that's the worst of it.
Okay.
There's still technically one more part, but it's not bad.
Okay.
It's no worse than anything else that happens.
Gotcha. Oh, I was gonna say I could survive one more shot, but not one body check.
Yeah.
Alright, let's go ahead and have a water break and run a commercial real quick. Hang in here. Ugh. Hey, I really like the fact that it's still cool in here with these bright-ass studio lights coming on me.
Yeah.
Alright. Alright, here we go. Desperately trying to avoid just walking in there without grabbing the cheeseburger. That would be bad. All the lolcats would be upset. Speaking of lolcats, here comes one right now. Hey, Frady. That hurt. Hey, hi. See, like, normally she just, like, you know, goes away because I'm talking too loud, but I guess she's like, it's time for bed. All right, now, no, there we go. See, I did it again. I was hitting L. I was like, no, gotta reach all the way over with my pinky.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's gonna be enough. No, and then I just lose some of it just right there. Die! Alright. Hello, Frady. Yes. Hey, Frady, come here. You want to be on camera? Yeah. It was funny the first time. I kind of wish... I guess this makes me wonder that this is running at a lower internal resolution if that text is that blurry like that. I was like, I just wanted, like, the text to just be crystal perfect.
Yeah.
Just to have it stand out.
My thing is, since I'm used to playing this as Ray, that cutscene doesn't play.
Oh, it just goes straight to it because the life is taken down,
yeah.
Right?
Like, he just stands there for a second, and then it goes into the next part of the fight.
Wow. Oh, see, that's you can tell that I screwed up because I was using a different power.
Oh, yeah.
Initi Creates, man. I gotta look up their whole catalog now. Because I know there are a bunch of ex-Capcom Mega Man people. That's about all I know about them.
Yeah, I would just say maybe skip Galgun. It's
Skip Galgun, gotcha.
like
I mean, I'm not a fan of rail shooters to begin with, so.
It's not a bad game, just it's extremely awkward.
Right.
Subject matter. But like, just as a game by itself, it's a good game. Just yeah. Here you go.
Okay. Yes! Oh no! Okay, that's fine. I can deal with that. That's fine. We got this, fam. Oh
yeah,
no.
You've basically seen the whole fight now.
Okay, that's cool. I do like the fight though. This is great. Ow, don't
So
do
much
that.
better than what was it, Trinity?
Yeah! The only good Trinity is Carrie Ann Moss and Angel's daughter. That's it. Wonder what Carrie Ann Moss has been up to since The Matrix. I really haven't followed her career. I feel like I should, though.
I think she was in that Disturbia movie with, I think with Shia LaBeouf.
Oh! The actual cannibal Shia LaBeouf?
I think. The horror movie about the creepy neighbor that lived across the street.
Oh, that cheeseburger did absolutely nothing. Woo! Oh, come on! Are you serious? Beware of falling objects. Great, now I really have to, like, JV1 stock this guy. Come on. I screwed up. I screwed up so bad. Oh no, now I really screwed up. Oh no, this is bad. Come on. Wow.
Oof.
Okay, we're fine. We got this. I just gotta get past Beck and we're good. Did I just get rondoed? Yes. They made Dragon Mark for Death. Yes, I have that. But you need people to play that, yeah. Now, I have, that was actually one of the last pre-orders I picked up at my local GameStop before I made the Great Escape. Yeah. So, yeah, that would actually be something that, like, once the game's like 2 parts on the eShop, and I don't quite understand how that works.
Oh, they fixed that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because it recently came out on PS4, and they fixed...
Did it really?
Yeah, and they fixed the whole 2-part thing with the Switch version after that.
Okay, so, like...
It's just one big game now.
Okay, well that's cool, because I haven't, like, looked on the eShop for it since, like... April or May or something like that, because, like, back before, like... we got the old apartment downstairs to the point where I could actually, like, set up the studio. I was playing the Switch super hardcore. That reminds me, I should probably go back and finish Trials of Mana. From the collection of Mana, I haven't played the remake yet. And Clay, if Clay's bored as of late, he will go do another playthrough of Trials of Mana, the remake. He really, really, really likes that one. Boom! Here come the comments. Oh, yeah! Yeah, Mal, like, my brother... So get this, S. My brother has gone back to college a couple of times, and he hasn't had access to a gaming console since he moved out. So, like, when he comes back to visit, like, he goes, like, basically to the studio and just, like, gets caught up. Like, one of my favorite memories of that was when he came over around... May of 2016, and he just just played Doom 2016 nonstop because it had just come out, you know, and that was a lot of fun. seeing he actually beat the game before I did, so that just tells you something right there. And I totally forgot. Oh yeah, and that's when we were talking about like, you know, like back when before he moved to Montreal. What? The comments hurt you.
The flashing ones do.
I didn't know that. I didn't know that. So we were like before he moved up to Montreal, we were like pitching ideas of like, you know, oh that's unfortunate. Pitching ideas of like a YouTube series, and the one that I really wanted to do, unfortunately it's not going to happen just because, you know, he's here. We would have to shorten it to like single episodes instead of it being a long form Let's Play series. It was going to be called Has My Brother Played? And that's when I found out he had actually played Secret of Mana 2 before I did. And I was just like, what? And he found a website that has a self-contained emulator that runs in a browser. And he just would play it on there. On his old iMac. And the iMac's from like 2007, so that, you know, the fact that it works on a version of Safari that's that old, that's pretty impressive. But yeah, no, like, when I was telling him that I was playing, you know, now known as Trials of Mana, he was all like, oh man, I really want to play that again. And then he actually got it up and running again, and he was like, I'm going to play as Kevin because Kevin is best werewolf. And I'm like, yep. Oh, damn it, I did it again. Oh, wow.
I'd say after this, go ahead and use your food again.
Yeah, I got my hands splayed out as to reach for the plus button. Because, like, here's the thing. Like, here's all the buttons, and then, like, here's the menu button all the way over here. So I'm just trying to, like, reach my hand across the room. Okay, now the cheeseburger actually gave me some decent health. Like, is it just, like, random based on how the game's feeling at the time?
I don't know. I've never messed with the food much, so like, I haven't messed with it enough to really look into it.
Gotcha. Oh, so close. I should be able to just jump up and slightly tag him. There we go.
Yep.
Don't screw it up this time. Burp. Oh, yeah, there we go. Too bad it's not 37 tries. That would make me laugh. Oh, well. Clerks fans, where you at? The world is breaking apart. That means it's free on Tessio. Yes, Kevin, you are a werewolf. Team Jacob, baby. You celebrate too soon. That's no good. Sonic says that's no good. You see, I didn't like how things were going here, so I fixed it. Basically, I restored this world to its factory setting, lols. You did what? This is going to be lost to the forever VR world. A winner is Tessio. Smell you like... Oh my god, he just went full-blown Gary Oak. LOL! Ha! I'm falling! Oh gosh, it's her. Oh, is this the thing that you were talking about?
Yeah, I guess you can get the gems.
Okay. Oh, you start drifting.
Yes, technically you finished the game, so.
Yay! I guess the background doesn't hurt you or impede your progress. I thought it totally would have. Yay! Thank you, everybody. Hold on, let me see if I can't get it. Oh no!
I think you just skipped ahead to it.
Yeah, I did. I was trying to find something cool to play. It was just like, you know, I don't know. That's all I got.
And it's just for a challenge anyway.
Right. Beck was helped out by his predicament by Call. Yes, Beck and Call. Get it? The professor friend Sandhya. Our goal was to bring her friend back safely. With the assistance of White and Sandhya, she was able to dive into the virtual hell space. Hey, watch your language. Hey!
Watch the language, mister!
Beck was trapped. Yay! opened his eyes. Seriously, like, these character designs are so great. I mean, it's just like, at least they're getting the second lease on life they deserve here.
Yeah.
I don't get it. Meh. It was greeted with the smiles of joyful cheers of the professors and his siblings. Call awoke shortly thereafter. She looked over at Beck with a big smile on her face and said, "Give me my refund." Call, I'm gonna be there to support you no matter what happens, even when the Kickstarter goes bad. This was a decision made after Wendy. Oh no, this is. Yes, the Kickstarter was a nationwide crisis, where my name was left off the backer list in the credits. Make no mistake, Call was a robot of her word. She'll get Tom back in the credits. There we go. Penalty! A lot! Alright, you ready for it? Details, let's see what we got. D! I'm lucky. That's way too generous with how much trouble I had. That was cool. Yay! Alright. I completed a challenge. I guess that was just beat the game or something.
Yeah, that would have been beat the game.
Yep, Tom got the D. Oh boy. Yay! We did it! Everything's clear because everything is awesome.
Yeah, it would just be going back for finding the rest of the items, but
Gotcha.
not required though.
I believe it's only $10, Mal, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know what that comes out to in Canadian, but it was $10 US. $10 US, I should say.
Yeah, it should be $10. There's, depending on which version you get, there are DLC characters.
Speaking of which.
Yeah.
Oh!
Yeah, I think there's like 6 or 7, depending on which version.
Hey, there's Ray.
Yep, there's Ray.
Oh, there's Call, Jewel. See, this, like, y'all, like, Nintendo, why don't you have a shopping cart for the eShop? And this is, like, the only time that they do. So it's like, so you're looking at, like, what, $25 for everything?
Just
you
about,
know? Yeah, so, I mean, that's not bad at all for what you're getting out of it, so.
I'd have to check the PS4 version, because they did it slightly different, where, it comes with one of the characters because they called it Gunvolt Burst instead. And then there's 2 sets of DLC for 3 characters each.
And then they retranslated Adol's codex, right? Go play Ys 8. All right.
It's still unlimited run as well for another week.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, if you want a physical version, there's that up on limited run, so be sure to get it. Yeah, it's relatively inexpensive. And this is good. Look, I got almost like a solid almost 4 hours out of that. That's good. You know, most of it's just me tanking shots instead of doing clever platforming, but you know, whatever. I had fun with it. Character designs are great. Level design is great. This is everything that Mighty Number 9 should have been. And shout out to the guys and girls at Initi Creates, which I'm currently blocking their name on screen. So just believe me when I say it, it's right behind me. It's not just I Creates Company 2017. I can't believe this has been out 3 years already. Wow. All right. Well, that's going to do it for tonight. We might have something in plans for tomorrow. We'll see how we're all feeling. But another installment of Staycation Sensation is in the books. We're just continuing to find greatness and just enjoying it all along the way, so that'll do it. Mal, thank you for stopping by. It's good to see you again. It was actually kind of funny because we were playing Third Strike last night, and we were just like reminiscing like how wild the 2013 season was for streaming. Like everybody was doing their own thing, and everybody was just having a grand old time. So it's just like, you know, it's just cool to see everybody again. Like it's all kind of coming around full circle all this time later. So that's good to see. Oh man, we were just barely getting it done, but we were doing it, and we were just having a great time doing it. It's just crazy just to think about all these years later. Here we are. So anyway, at this point, I'm rambling. I'm going to go ahead and get myself some late night din, and then go Betty bye. So. And that'll be it. Care to say goodnight, sir?
Good night.
All right. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Thank you for the raid, and congratulations to Papa Debaser for winning the Mario challenge over on G1 Game Days, and everybody that hung out to the end. I appreciate it, so that'll do it. On that note, Ric Flair, take us home.
Read what you want to read. Believe what you want to believe. But go to bed.
Go to bed. Good night, everybody. Ciao, ciao.